Good evening, my darling batlings. Also, honey, I'm home. Oh, wait, I'm not married.
Yeah, by the way,
That is the only thing I've retained from Batman Returns, because I haven't seen anything, like, past that, because I only got to watch part of it.
Yeah, by the way, Lulu told me the name of the D&D VOD on Friday. Yeah, yeah, sir, I see what you did there.
I mean, I felt like that was, like, the big emotional moment of the session, so I thought it would make for a good title.
Yes, where the thirsty kitsune proposes to the paladin, and the paladin is confused as all fuck.
Yes, and the paladin still says yes.
Yeah.
You say that is it. You say that as if you aren't in love with your wife.
No, I am. It's just, wow. Okay. Gee. Thanks. Yeah. By the way, Jack's moment with you and Riku in the room when he had his eyes shut.
Look, he acts as if that wasn't a blessing in disguise. Okay.
Look, what the housemaid thought that they were going on with a three-way. That's up to their imagination. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, yeah. None of us told her that.
None of us told her that. She went to her own assumption.
Yeah.
Or did you?
Yes.
Or did I?
Or did I?
Did you?
You need to check out the like Miles. You need to check out the previous VOD.
You need to check out all the VODs because you haven't watched any of them.
I've watched a few.
Yeah,
Watch them all from start to finish.
Look, I work 2 jobs.
I'm hearing excuses, Miles.
I work 2 jobs. I murder people on Pokemon Unite with Zard, which, by the way, I don't blame you. Murder.
Oh, I work 2 jobs. Where have I heard that before? Guess how many jobs I work? 0. And guess what? I still have time for it.
Do you really, though?
Motherfucker, I am a full-time student, so my time is
I am too,
limited.
technically.
I'm not a student right at the moment, and I don't have a job, and guess what? I still make time for it because in between my busy bouts of sleeping and streaming and sleeping some more.
Look, I remember having a job, but now I have no excuse.
I was expecting someone to say Pepper Ridge Farm remembers or whatever it was, that meme back in the day.
That is the meme, but no. Anyways, it occurred to me about the reason for tonight's subject. It is the space year 2026.
Well, as it is also the Earth year 2026.
Earth is in space, so
Nice.
I would say this is the year that Eggman pissed on the moon, but no, that was 2002.
2001.
Fair. Wait,
know,
Sonic,
that's right. Yeah,
Sonic Adventure 2
2001.
came out on the Dreamcast in 2001.
Right. No, I'm thinking about the GameCube release because that's where I played it.
Which was still 2001 in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan. I'm talking about US release.
Well, excuse
No.
me.
None of that.
Okay,
Shame on you.
Okay, you know what? Enough of this. Execute Order 66.
You're killing all the Jedi just because of this?
Yes.
Well, all Jedi
As if you-
chat,
as if you needed an excuse.
Roll for initiative.
Sorry, all Jedi.
But yes, it is 2026, which means, give or take a few months, because I can't remember what month this game released in, it has been 20 years since Sonic 06 came out.
Yeah, I just realized something.
Yeah?
I started dating Lulu back when Sonic 06 came out. Oh, God.
I remember being hyped for this game, following all the news about it. and like
Yeah,
none of us had Xbox 360s, so like all we could do was like, you know, YouTube was still in its early stages, and there wasn't much like gaming content on YouTube in this early form of like a professional caliber. So like, this is appropriate music for this discussion, by the way.
Yeah. I was gonna.
So, and like, you know, everyone knew that the magazine's heavily skewed against Sonic games for fucking no reason. So, like,
Yeah.
none of us knew if it was going to be as bad as they said or not. I will argue it is not, because my definition of a good or bad game is not based on, like, oh, it has to meet some objective standard of quality based on, like, scored metrics, like, you know, places like IGN would have you believe.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can really put on numerical or any sort of review scale other than do you recommend it or not, whether you find a game good or bad. I find it based on my enjoyment of it. And there are plenty of objectively terribly put together games that I still enjoy. Whether it's due to, like, me seeing what they were trying to accomplish, or due to them having that Plan 9 factor of being hilarious.
Yeah, if I can interject, I was gonna say, I have no problem with this game. I mean, I can admit it does have its flaws, but aside from it, it's a decent game. It's just a lot of frustration, and it's not really the game's fault. Like, it's a good Sonic game to a point, but I think people hated on it only for the sake of hating on it.
It really became an echo chamber of like, oh, all the critics said that it was bad, and all the big early YouTubers that reviewed this game said it was bad, so now everyone has to say it's bad, or else you're the weird one.
Look, the only thing I hate, go ahead, JK.
Honestly, my whole thing about Sonic 06 is that basically the ending has no, like, to me, I'm thinking, like, because of how it ends, this game has no point. The story has no point. So that's my whole thing. It's just like,
well,
you know,
at the same time, that means it does no lasting harm to the overall series continuity.
That's fair. That is true. But what were you gonna say, Nico?
The one thing I hated about this game, though, that I will admit, thanks to Ari and a few people that I've listened to play the game, I hated Silver the Hedgehog sections. I hated them. Only for the sheer fact that it's just like, how do I put it? The game forces you to cheese the map to a point where, it's either you're gonna bash your head against a brick wall trying to figure this out, or you have to cheese it just to save on lives. And
I'll name and shame it for you. Dusty, I believe it's Dusty Desert Silver Stage. That's the one with the infamous ball puzzle that everyone just does the clipping glitch to skip past because no one has time for that.
That's not the part that got me upset. Kingdom Valley. There is a part in Kingdom Valley where you have to use the crates to, like, I guess, like, distance to get close to a ledge, and then you have to quickly, like, hover jump over. I could never do it until, like, I learned, oh, you can just jump and then rapidly click X to hover jump over while preserving your psychic energy. And I'm like, that is dumb as fuck. What the hell?
Yeah, to be fair, that's not a Sonic 06 exclusive problem. That's a thing that's in any game that has, like, press and hold A to hover and it's tied to a meter. It's just in any game that's like that, 9 times out of 10, if you just, like, rapid tap it, you can just sort of, like, float across.
Yeah, the only problem though I have with it though, like, if you ever hold it instead of tap it, it drains way too quickly.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
To the point where, like, what's the point of even using it then? It's like you don't have that long of a glide, whereas Sonic and Shadow have, like, a long air time when it comes to their homing attack.
Yeah, Silver's definitely the low point of this game in terms of the 3 main playable characters, the side characters being each having their own quirks, shall we say? But we'll get into that. We'll get into that as we get to that because we preambled long enough.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Playing the 360 version because that's what I currently have hooked up. And because it's the one that I have the most copies of.
Yeah.
As in, I own a plurality of copies of it.
I never like 100%ed the achievements on this. I'm just like,
you shouldn't.
All the silver. I'll get all the silver medals just for all this. I'm like, yeah, fuck no.
Yeah, you don't even get an unlockable tied to it like you did in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, or even Sonic Heroes. You just get an achievement.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, is it really worth the achievement score? No.
No, probably not.
First load screen, hell yeah, boys, we're getting started.
Yeah.
It's time for that.
JKR is trying to say
2006
something.
jank. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I double checked to see like when this game officially was released. November 14th, 2006.
Yeah, I know it was a holiday schedule release, but I wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way. Partly because why not? Dare I say why not? And also, so that way I could have a completed file to get the cutscenes from for the fan dub.
Fair enough.
Oh god. Now
So I
have
could
a
then
question.
get that out in time for the actual 20th anniversary.
That's fair.
Oh god. But now I have a question for you. Well, no, obviously, no. The question's kind of mute. I was gonna say, you're not gonna like go for complete 100%, just main story stuff.
Just main story stuff. Fuck no.
Yeah, fair.
There's literally no reason to go for 100%. It's not
Also,
like
I wasn't trying to cut off JKR. I was just like trying to make a little bit, but it's fine.
I know. It's just he had been trying to speak up a couple times.
I know, fair. I do apologize.
No, it's okay.
All right,
Probably
we got
won't-
one character unlocked. Dare I say we start with Sonic?
Sonic the Bush Pig.
Do we start with Sonic, or do we go into the boss attack, or do we do Team Attack Amigo? Because I do have all the DLC for this game.
Dude. I thought you were going just for story stuff.
Look, I bought all the DLC just for archival purposes, because I knew the 360 store was going down.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
PS4 stuff's going down too. I read that Genshin's got its last support this patch, and then they stopped supporting it.
Okay, but that's
So-
Genshin, not the PS4 online infrastructure.
Oh
I mean,
god.
they're just gonna stop slowly. I think supporting in general pretty soon.
Yeah.
That means
Because it's an almost 15-year-old console.
Yeah.
that means Final Fantasy 14 might lose it's gonna lose its online support for the PS4 soon.
It's possible.
I mean, it's gonna. It happened to the PS3, which means PS5.
It happened to the PS3 pretty quick because of how late it released on PS3.
Well, yeah, how late it came out, but eventually it's going to be PS5, Xbox One, and PC, and eventually Switch, which is a horrible idea.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, what we just saw was Iblis, everyone's favorite character from the hit TV series
May we
Knuckles.
always continue to have peace.
Mm.
Son of
Bliss.
Somiana, guide and
I did not
Haven't-
know this game was Pacific Rim.
light.
Also, oh hi Lacey Chabert in the one time we've had a celebrity voice act a Sonic character in a game. Lacey Chabert, who you might know as Eliza Thornberry.
Oh, really?
Oh, she's
And also
Elise?
yeah, she's Elise. Also, she was in some movie called Mean Girls.
And cue the Eggman.
Cue the one of the best Eggman performances that Mike Pollock has given.
pleasure to meet you at last, Princess of Soliana. I am Dr. Eggman. I've come here to obtain the secret of the flames of disaster from you, and to take the miracle gems that are the key to its secret, the Chaos Emerald.
So gentlemanly in this game. It's strange, but it fits.
Well,
really.
to be fair, villains that are like gentlemanly have a lot more of a threat to them. Or
Well, he
rather,
does-
a presence. You were saying, JKR?
I was going to say that despite him being gentlemanly, he does have a tendency to lose his composure a lot in this game.
It's Eggman. It would be wrong if he didn't.
No, I
Yeah.
know. But it's funny because the fact is, like, I also, like, whenever I cosplay as Eggman, I legit try to go for the more gentleman-esque character performance whenever I dress up as him.
Also, because the scene came up, ha ha ha! One!
One!
The ableist trigger.
I was gonna wait until I heard the the tink from the robot. I was gonna be like, haha, one.
Also, our first glimpse, technically second glimpse of newcomer Silver the Trunks Hog.
Oh my god, Silver.
I'm not exaggerating. His just like Blaze the Cat's character bio helpfully points out that she has A-cup angst. Silver's script bio helpfully points out that he is directly just Trunks, future Trunks from Dragon Ball Z.
Then again, to be fair, there's a lot of Dragon Ball representation in Sonic anyway.
Yep.
Afraid our little game ends now.
Sonic, take this!
I've got it! And don't worry, I'll rescue you!
Can I just say, as someone who's done plenty of, like, Sonic series impressions, either for fun or for voice acting,
Do it for me.
Jason Griffith's Sonic is the most fun to impersonate other than Julia White.
Yeah.
Because, like, Julia White, you just get to be like, way past cool. Whereas Jason Griffith, it's like, looks like I'm gonna have to chase after Dr. Eggman. Yahoo!
Oh my god.
Like, he has this specific vocal pattern that he has in every Sonic performance he did back in the day. It's so fun to, like, not in a mocking way. I'm not trying to disparage him, but, like, it's fun to impersonate and do shitposts with.
What's Eggman up to? I need to gather some information.
You're never gonna unhear it once it's pointed out to you.
Oh god.
Welcome to Soliana.
Also, you were saying, JKR?
I don't even know anymore. I forgot what it was.
Oh god. I feel that.
If I ever hire a editor to do some editing work for me for, like, supercuts of my stream playthroughs, I'm going to have a note that there needs to be an on-screen counter for every loading screen I run across.
Good lord. Also, Best Boy.
I may not know what Eggman's up to, but it can't be a good
Best Boy.
Okay, with your help, this should be a
Best Boy, second worst voice that he's had. Not that Tails has ever had particularly bad voices. It's grading on a curve.
But yeah, but it's Tails. Tails is a good.
I've just never been a fan of Amy Pallant as Tails.
Yeah, this-
Yeah.
honestly, after so many years of having, a superior Tails voice, I actually forgot how bad this one sounded until actually hearing it again. Because it's like, at the time I thought it was like, to me back in the day, it's like, this was Tails' voice. This was his voice back in the day. Because that's what I remember growing up. when I was watching Sonic X. But as time went on, and we got better voice actors for the cast. Once the 4Kids cast was, all but replaced. Aside from Mike Pollock, which thankful he actually didn't get replaced. And granted, he was going to be replaced if he hadn't, gone back and auditioned.
Yeah. Amy Pallant, looking at in retrospect, she was also the most consistent voice Tails had for a good while. Because, between Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and then Sonic Heroes, he had 3 different voice actors. And then that's also each show he appeared in, he had a different voice.
Yeah. One of my high school friends, she goes by the Blue-Eyed Fox. Her Tails impression is one of my favorites.
Ooh.
She literally, she showed me some of her auditions, and I was jealous because I'm like, Tails is one of my favorite characters, and she did a really good take on his voice. I mean, she doesn't do the voice anymore, I don't think, but I miss it.
Can we talk about our first bit of actual gameplay in this? Being the trial that we have to do to get the custom shoes so we can buy the light dash to get over the gap to get to the first level is just Superman 64, but better.
Yeah, also, those shoes, I'm gonna be honest, they sound really cool in concept on paper, but I don't know, I feel like they could have been done better. That's my opinion, though.
Most of the abilities you unlock that you can purchase for Sonic shoes are incredibly situational at best and outright useless at worst. But then there's 2 that everyone agrees are must-haves because you could just break the game with them.
Yeah, but my main thing with the shoe is you're able to get the chips for them, and instead of having them as bots, I feel with the adventure system of it, you get upgrades. I feel like the shoes can get the other upgrades, so you could have all of them eventually.
You can get all of them eventually, but it would be better, it would flow better with the adventure style, like you're saying, if you could get them through, discovering them, instead of, I just grinded enough rings to buy them.
Also the fact that you could only have one chip of certain kinds at a time. That's the problem too, because it just feels underwhelming as a power up.
Yeah. The whole buying new abilities thing, I understand they were trying to give rings some sort of value aside from extra lives since there's no Chow Garden. But at the same time, which
is a sin.
It's not balanced enough where Sonic has too many things you can buy that makes it tedious to try and get them all. And Shadow and Silver don't have enough to the point where once you get their first mandatory upgrade, first glitch. Once you get their first mandatory upgrade, you're just either never going to buy anything else because everything else is too situational, or there's 2 other things you can buy and then rings have no value.
Yeah, I mean, if they did a better job implementing the upgrade system for some of the powers and everything, I feel like it could have done a little bit better, but again, it was a choice at the time, and like I said, good on paper, but poorly executed. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, a lot of it's down to just the horrendous conditions that Sonic Team faced making this game.
Yeah.
Which has been very thoroughly documented by numerous researchers and interviews. And a lot of it, once again, we can thank our boy convicted felon Yuji Naka. of Balan Wonderworld fame.
Oh god.
Also, I got some new lore that I learned about convicted felon Yuji Naka and his magnum opus, Balan Wonderworld.
I'm scared.
You know how I said that he was fired from directing Balan Wonderworld? He was fired 6 months before the game came out. Because not because of executive meddling, but because everyone else on the team unilaterally voted to force him out of his own project.
Okay, Sonic, I'll be right back.
Wow.
Like, he even pissed off the sound design guy. How do you do that?
Apparently he did it.
Like, apparently he was, like, just really toxic to work with. And had this overinflated ego.
Yeah.
And then when the game came out and flopped and, you know, everyone started clowning on him, he started blaming everyone but him for stabbing him in the back.
He did that to himself.
Yeah, he's also part of the reason that Sonic 06 turned out so bad, because he quit partway through development when he was the series lead producer. And the one that they would go to for, like, conceptual ideas and, like, you know, being like, hey, is this good enough? Should we retool this? And he headhunted some staff with him when he left.
Oh, God. You good, JKR?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Can we talk about how that gate is not low enough to prevent that whale from escaping? Like, we have to lower the gate, but the whale can still easily squeeze through it.
Oh, God.
Darn, we're not gonna make it.
Oh boy, Mach speed time! I always get so anxious during these.
How about you, JKR? Thoughts on the gate for the whale? Just man.
I actually think I'm gonna hop off in a bit just because I thought I was gonna be in a good mood when I finally hopped on here, but it doesn't seem like that's happening.
Take the night off.
I hope
you deserve it.
Yeah,
Seriously, JKR, take a break.
Yeah, I hope
You did.
feel
You
better,
did some
my
good
dude.
charity work over the weekend, dude. You deserve a break.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. I'll talk to you guys next time. I'll be watching in from the chat though.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take care, dude.
Thanks.
I worry about him.
To be fair, you worry about all of us, especially me. Not because of not partly because we're best friends, and partly because you worry about what hell I'm going to subject you to next.
Okay, you see, the thing about that is you're right, but at the same time, Lulu is literally like, you need to talk to your friends. I have a gun to your head. Go to them.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, easy.
I did encounter a glitch, which is that because I hit that ramp at just the right angle, I skipped over the wall jumping segment and just went straight to the end of the stage.
The easiest, the best glitch.
Yeah. Real talk though. I wish we had another Chow Garden. I would pay for a Chow Garden, dude.
Like
Well, getting something.
Takashi
It's not
Iizuka, who is the lead series Sonic producer and has been for a while, has said that the reason we haven't seen the Chow Garden in a while is because he doesn't, and the reason why they never made a Chow Garden mobile game, even though he admits that it would make a buttload of money, is that half the fun of the Chow Garden is that it's tied into the core gameplay loop of Sonic Adventure, and that he wants to save a new and improved Chow Garden for a hypothetical Sonic Adventure 3.
Well, all I gotta say is online Chow races and Chow Karate, please do.
Seriously.
Give us Chow Fortnite Battle Royale.
What?
Chow Fortnite Battle Royale.
No.
Yes. No, let's do a Chow MOBA like Pokemon Unite. Let's just
What
get,
I'm
like,
saying-
all the Chow in there.
What I'm saying is give the Chow guns.
Yes. Yes. Let's give the Chow a 12 gauge and a Colt action army.
Give them guns that are not Chow size, by the way, so when they fire them, they go flying backwards. That adds to the chaos.
So, give the Chow a punt gun, is what you're saying.
With the recoil.
No, I'm saying give the tiny little adorable Chow regular human-sized guns.
Okay, so what you're saying is RPG.
As my Oshi Korone would say, rocket launcher! Wow, 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 wow!
As we see the Chow fly back 30 feet off of a building in Station Square. Is that Chow okay? I don't know.
That Chow's never been okay.
Yeah, it all started when he went to school.
Oh, time for the best NPC. Accordion Man. Accordion player. I'm at the town's accordion player. Here's a song for Princess Elise. I hope she's okay. Beautiful Elise. Oh, beautiful Princess Elise. Princess Elise. Princess Elise. Oh, Jesus Christ. These are some, like, repetitive lyrics. All of my love and all of my dreams are... And she is, like, 40 years your junior, sir.
When the moon hit your eye like
a big pizza pie, that's amore. What? It's amore.
When the...
Or as the other version that I'm familiar with goes, when the moon hits your big pizza pie like your eye, that's amore. When you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells.
I forgot the one, like, there was one about the moray eel.
Oh yeah,
Like,
there's a couple of them. There's two I'm familiar with. One from the Sonic the Hedgehog Archie comics early in the run.
yeah.
And one from Mario Teaches Typing.
The one I remember is when eel bites your what, and then you scream, "Oh fuck, that's a more."
I haven't heard that one. The ones I've heard are when you're bit by an eel like a big piece of veal, that's amore. And then there's the Mario Teaches Typing. Then there's the Mario Teaches Typing one, which is when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When an eel lunges out and takes a bite of your snout, that's amore.
Oh no.
Get it? Amore
That's
eel?
scary.
You should be.
I mean, Mario Teaches Typing not only is one of the earliest performances of Charles Martinet as Mario, but also confirms that by basically every Mario thing being canon except for Hotel Mario and the cartoons, the old Life Alert commercials exist in the Mushroom Kingdom, because he makes a reference to, "Oh no, I'm a fallen, and I can't get up."
Oh my god. Okay, somebody's crying.
Yeah, it was the kid that was stuck on the roof.
Is this the one where you have to find the damn dog?
No, you just have to get the kid off the roof.
Okay.
The kid was looking for the dog, but you have to get the kid off the roof because otherwise the guards won't let you through to the next stage. Because apparently getting the kid off the roof is more important than rescuing the princess.
Or you could easily get past the guards if you just homing attack in a certain way.
Yeah, but I'm playing this as legit as I can be bothered to play.
True.
Key phrase being as legit as I can be bothered to play. I'm still gonna cheese as many sections as I can't be bothered to play.
So
legit.
basically, what you're saying is we're just playing fair for Sonic and Shadow, but when it comes to Silver, we're just cheesing. The
Oh, there's
fuck
still
out of it.
sections I'm cheesing as Sonic.
You're a good girl, Elise. Remember, be brave. Don't cry. No matter.
Remember who you.
Remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder and treason plot.
Okay, when me and Lulu went to my dad's work, we heard the "Do you remember the 23rd or something of
The
September?"
21st night of September.
Yeah, it was playing, and I'm like, I fucking hate this.
Can we talk about how the Egg Cerberus is the worst named of Eggman's mechs? Because it's not a Cerberus, it only has one head.
Can we also talk about, like, it is is one of the easiest robots to kill almost instantly?
Yeah.
Tails!
Got it. Let's go.
It's a puppy. Can I play with it? Oh, I killed it.
Like, it's not a... It is definitionally not a Cerberus. It has one head.
For my pet.
It's a unicorn.
It's more of a unicorn than it is a Cerberus.
It's a unidot. The closest you could possibly get with that thing is a robotic hellhound. That is literally it.
It's Command Wolf with a horn.
Oh my fucking god.
This is your pet, huh? Okay,
Like, come on. It looks just like a Command Wolf Zoid.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Eggman's mechs in this game are very Zoids coded.
He watched a lot of Zoids on TV when he was younger. Yeah, that looks like a Zoid. Oh my gosh, it's uncanny.
With your recently rekindled interest in Zoids, you're gonna get a lot of enjoyment of the Eggman, 2 Eggman mechs in this game. This one, and then the Egg Wyvern.
now it's my turn.
I'm excited.
At least the Egg Wyvern is a Wyvern. I will give it that.
That's a good thing.
At least the egg wyvern's actually challenging.
Yeah, because you're over a bottomless pit.
The doggo hath escaped to the ceiling.
And then you got future Trunks over here just throwing you into walls.
See, so many first-timers have trouble with that boss fight, right? And I admittedly did as well. But once you figure out, oh, just be patient, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And he's dead in 2 hits.
You make him ram his horn into the wall.
Yeah, if you hit him against the statues, it does double damage, so you can kill him in 2 hits.
Well, there goes the Zoid.
Don't worry, we'll see him again.
I'm sure.
Yeah, as JKR said, the Egg Hound is a better name for it than the Egg Cerberus.
Yeah. Kind of missing 2 heads there.
Yeah.
It's a Cerberus in the same way that Cerberumon is a Cerberus, in that it's not a fucking Cerberus, it has 1 head.
Nah, it looks more like a Doberman.
I mean, it shares a similar evolutionary path to Doberman.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think Cerberumon is Doberman, though. I think.
I'm
It's
so
like
excited
it's
for
like
the
a
Digimon
branching.
campaign.
It's branched off somewhere in its evolutionary line.
Maybe, I don't know. It's something.
I don't know. Digimon evolutionary lines are fucking weird, as we've established many times.
Yeah. For example, I heard you like guns, so we gave your dragons guns so they can gun while you gun, so you can gun with confidence.
Let's split up. I'll get their attention.
There's too much guns in the conversation.
Yes.
Gungermon.
Okay, you be careful, Tails.
Gargomon's literally a walking gunning rabbit.
You want to talk about literal walking gunning thing? Deputymon. It's a walking revolver that's dual-wielding revolvers, and in its bio says it likes to play Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, Oh, God.
You go ahead, Nico.
No, I was gonna say, like, I'm excited for the Digimon campaign, honestly.
So am I.
No, you know what? You know what Revolver Ocelot's Digimon would just be? You already
It would be
know.
Deputymon.
Oh no. Revolver Oshawott is using Deputymon as a gun.
And Deputymon is dual wielding revolvers.
Revolverception.
Yes. Also, fun fact, that's not what Inception is.
I know.
In the movie Inception, Inception is when you go inside someone's dream and plant an idea in there that they then enact in real life.
Mm-hmm.
The dream within a dream thing has a different term for it that I can't remember. Because I only watched Inception once, and it was when I was, like, half awake, and then I fell asleep during it.
Sounds like me, honestly.
Not because the movie was boring, but because I had a long-ass day, and it was in the middle of, like, a long trip to go visit my dad for Christmas. That was also why I had tiramisu for the first time with the person that drove me there's sister had made. She let me try some tiramisu that had like a pinch of brandy in it. So that was technically my first taste of alcohol before I turned 21. 21?
How dare.
I mean, if they bake, well, I don't think tiramisu is baked, is it?
It's not.
Okay, then no, then the alcohol would not even be like.
It's like it's
burned
not
out.
you don't put the brandy in the tiramisu to get drunk off of it. It's more so for the flavor.
I know. I'm just saying, like with some iterations of baking and cooking, usually when you use the alcohol for flavor, it burns off the actual alcohol.
Yeah, you don't bake tiramisu.
Okay. Well, I'm not much of a chef, so.
I only learned that from a video that Raura made about how to make tiramisu.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's true.
At least it's
How,
not bird's
do I
nest
do I
soup.
do I come off as some sort of master chef to you? The best thing I can make that doesn't come from the frozen food section of Food Lion is I'm good at making homemade chicken tenders.
The only thing I'm good at doing is I know how to cook a good steak, and I know how to cook a damn good burger.
I can make
Even
a good
without my vision.
I can make a good burger too, but not a good burger. I don't know the recipe for good burger.
Nah, I heard the employees like to bathe and swim in the milkshake machine.
Well, it's a good thing I don't order fast food milkshakes unless it's from like Cookout.
Fair enough.
Apparently the good burgers, the thing that makes the good burgers really, worth it, I hear, is from the secret sauce.
Yeah. And then you got Mondo Burger, like, roiding out their burgers to make them, like, obnoxiously huge.
Which kind of predicted a whole plot arc in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. A good, 20 years later.
Yeah, so Good Burger, like, predicted the plot of Metal Gear Solid 5.
I shit you not, there's a whole side plot towards the end of Metal Gear Solid 5 about Big Boss's partner that helps him run his army, Kazuhira Miller, the Master Miller from Metal Gear Solid 1,
No words to express.
trying to create the perfect hamburger so he could start a chain of burger restaurants.
It's nothing.
And the conclusion he comes to, spoiler alerts for this massive plot twist, is just load it full of chemicals. That's the true American burger taste.
I'm
Oh my god.
It's all my
That just sounds nasty, I'm sorry.
Smile.
And here we have a cartoon hedgehog romancing a girl.
Against the Windows
Right.
XP background.
Yes.
That's so
Pretty
true.
much, yeah. Yeah.
Friggin' Kyrie look alike too.
Yeah, she does
And
look like
birth.
we have Kyrie at home and also a lot more pale.
Also,
Yeah.
then Amy out of nowhere bashing her head in.
Like, hot damn, she's almost as white as my model.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Oh my lord.
Is that why he's after you?
Yes. The name of the sun god our country honors is Solaris. It is told that Solaris's rage would destroy the world.
Oh my god.
His wrath comes in the form of the flames of disaster. 10 years ago, we almost faced the full force of his fury.
My head is killing me right now all of a sudden. Hold on.
So, I don't remember it very well. I lost my father then.
I don't remember it very well. I guess I was super shit-faced drunk that night.
What can I do?
I was unconscious one way or the other while it happened. All I know is that I woke up and my dad was dead.
I can't run that fast.
Don't worry. Just raise your head and run.
Sonic, first of all, at the speed you run at, you're gonna rip her arm not only out of its socket, but off her body entirely. And second, she's wearing high heels, you fuck!
Realistically, she should not have her arms at all, and she should be like tumbling and skidding across the floor.
Take action. If you have
And the wind would probably do stuff to the clothes, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Cough drop.
Now it's time for Silver the Trunks Hog.
Over the trunks hog, yes.
Oh god.
I've been looking for
Can I just say, like, one of the dumb, like, early, like, joke,
actions will condemn
like, character interpretations people had about Silver just from his design, before we saw his actual personality?
for the future of the world.
It's no use.
No,
Take
before
this.
the game came out.
Oh.
People like to headcanon him as a stoner because the five-pointed quills on his forehead are in the shape of a pot leaf.
Time for you to disappear.
Oh, you're right.
Trigger.
Trigger. Yeah, it's obvious about the looking like a pot leaf. Also, it's no use. Take
It's no
this.
use! This will end it! If you get lucky, he could throw you out of the arena, and then you're really stuck. By the way, Nico, would you like to know from a technical standpoint why there's so many frequent loading screens for even the smallest things?
I'm assuming a lot of shit at the time. I don't know.
No, not from, like, like, tying into its trouble production, but just more so, like, inept programming, and why you don't do this. So, like, the Silver fight, for example. It's a boxed-in corner of Soliana, right?
Uh-huh.
So, there's a loading screen before the cutscene that takes place in it, which runs in-engine. And then there's a loading screen before the, like, opening boss taunt. And then there's a loading screen after that, and that leads into the boss fight. Then you get the results screen, and then there's a loading screen after that for the next cutscene. It's loading so many times because the code in the game is calling for the game to load not only, like, all these separate instances, when it could be loaded as one instance, just, like, calling up certain event flags. But also, they're loading the entire map instead of just the parts they need. Like, they're not just loading up this arena, they're loading up the entire Soliana map every time.
I get what they were going for, but if y'all just fucking followed damn adventure or heroes formula, you guys would be alright. At least with level select.
Yeah. I will say, even if the Project 06 fan game never includes the hub worlds, I'll be okay with that, just as long as we get the cutscenes in between stages and boss fights. Because the hub worlds really don't add anything to the experience.
No, in my opinion, the hub world is just, hey, explore a city, find medallions, and go to stages. That's literally it.
Like, it's not even a case of, like, Sonic Adventure, where there's like, oh, you can solve puzzles to progress. There's kinda those, but they're either really simple or really stupid, or both. But it's also that the maps are huge and empty for no reason.
It's time I finally put an end to this. Amy, get out of my way, Amy. This is my mission.
Absolutely not.
I always liked Lisa Ortiz as Amy.
Yeah, I like this Amy as well. It fit her a lot more.
Leave it to me.
I mean, the current Amy's okay, but this one actually is one of my favorites. And speaking of Tails, oddly enough, my favorite official Tails voice, and you're probably gonna I'm probably gonna get crucified for this. I love the OVA Tails voice.
Oh no, a lot of people like the OVA Tails voice. The one that everybody doesn't like is either, like, depending on, you know, the one that's I was about to say Amy Pallin's one of them, but no, she has a lot of defenders too. The one that most people agree to be the worst is the one from Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, I look. I don't mind Sonic Heroes, but it's the least favorite out of the ones of I guess you can consider Heroes a part of the Adventure era because it was like around that time.
The Adventure era is considered to be from Adventure to 06.
Okay, yeah, Heroes is my least favorite, with my all-time favorite being Adventure 2 Battle.
Also, thanks for the applause, Lulu. Hey. Time to solve the world's dumbest logic puzzle to progress. Find
who's the real captain?
Who's the real captain?
Also, can we be honest? I kind of agree with Mike Matei and James Rolfe when they played this for James and Mike Monday. The captain kind of looks like Bob Hoskins. Kinda.
I'd say the accordion man looks more like Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, the accordion man. Oddly enough, they said these guys remind him of Bob Hoskins, and I'm like, what?
Like, the accordion man looks like Bob Hoskins as Mario.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
talking
fair.
About Jennifer Dullard?
Jennifer Dullard? No,
that's Sonic Heroes.
No, that's Amy. Yeah. We're talking about Tails voice actors.
Oh, my bad. Hold on, I'm curious. I don't know much about the voice actors now.
Jennifer Dullard, I like as Amy. I don't think Amy's ever had a bad voice actress. It's just like, I don't dislike Cindy Robinson as Amy, apart from William Corkery, yeah. There's so many Corkerys in that game. It was like, Bill Corkery was, SPO. William Corkery was, Tails.
Well, at least, with Amy's current casting in the Sonic 4 movie, I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think Amy's ever had a bad voice actress as far as official stuff goes.
Don't jinx it.
I said has ever had, not will ever have.
Sonic, can you hear
as past tense. Cindy Robinson, the only performances of hers I really didn't like were her early Amy performances, where she's putting on a more Minnie Mouse-esque cadence that really doesn't fit her vocal range.
No, like, Amy sounds childish a little bit, but she also has a little bit of maturity to her, like, in my opinion.
Yeah. But, like, the reason she's not my favorite Amy, even though... she has some of my favorite Amy performances, is because I hear her And I'm like, okay, I don't hear Amy Rose, you know, from Sonic. I hear Makoto Nania from BlazBlue.
Yeah, honestly, that checks. That checks.
That checks out.
Yeah.
It's like how, like, it's just one of those, it's a specific voice that you already associate with a character. And, like, when they're voicing a completely different character, you just can't stop thinking of that previous associate. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. It's like, with, Mario, Charles Martinet, retiring, and then we have the new Mario voice. Like, it kind of sounds similar, but it's not exactly the same.
Well, that's kind of the inverse of what I'm talking about. I'm talking same actor, different character, but using the same voice.
Oh.
Like, I'm trying to think of some good examples of it. Like, I know this is in reverse order because, one came out before the other, but it's like, if you go back and play the original Spyro 2, and you go to the Hurricane stage and talk to the Electrolls, they're all voiced by Tom Kenny using what would become his SpongeBob voice.
Oh my gosh.
This discussion could also work towards, well, I guess you said voice actor, so it's not just like gaming. I guess Dan Green would be one for his portrayal of Yugi, because like if you listen to like Duelist Kingdom and then you listen to like the recent stuff, same with like Eric Stewart as Kaiba, you notice a big difference.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same voice.
Yeah, hell, speaking of Dan Green as Yugi voice, his Mephiles voice is just Yami Yugi, but played sinister instead of heroic.
You do know I'm going to ruin this man by saying about the tilted towers thing.
Yeah, not the Twin Towers.
Okay.
Those were already ruined.
Now.
Okay.
I'm not trying to go for something like that. I'm saying tilted tower. God damn it. I hate everything right now. I hate everything.
Can I say how much I really don't like the building designs in some of like the actual city?
In the new city part, a lot of the environment designs in like the hub parts of the game, outside of like the actual levels, are not all that appealing, I think.
They're terrible. They're worse than Scarlet and Violet, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I can honestly agree. Like, I don't know why. It's just the scale and the scale of the buildings compared to the character just feel very off. It's like they should be a little bit bigger than what they are. Like, I don't know.
It's almost like Game Freak shouldn't have gone full 3D if they were, you know, better at making beautiful art and landscapes and stuff specifically with 2D pixel art.
Yeah, but counter argument, they have no excuse with Scarlet and Violet because Legends Arceus did it pretty well.
Yeah, I'm not giving them excuses. I'm saying they shouldn't have bothered with going full 3D if the games were just going to get uglier.
No, I know you're not giving them excuses. I'm calling them out.
Yeah, I'm calling them out too.
The only Pokemon game I think has had really good 3D, and I don't even think Game Freak was really involved in it.
Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. Yeah, that was a different company called Genius Sonority.
They did good.
They did, yeah. They also had Shadow Lugia, best Shadow Pokemon. Fight me on that.
Well,
they also had better stories than a lot of the mainline Pokemon games because they actually had plots with advancements and developments.
It was darker too, and it was more adult almost in a sense.
I'm not even someone who necessarily thinks it needs to be dark or adult. It's just more so
No sweat.
it was more like a story.
It broke a mold. Yeah, it broke the mold basically.
Yeah. The only thing I have a complaint about XD and Coliseum, basically with Gen 3 in general, even though I love Gen 3, best girl came from that Gardevoir. The battle scene and the competitive scene with that was, oh god, that was a time. That was a thing.
Knuckles.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't really.
Eggman on the outskirts.
I can't blame it, but at the same time, it's just like,
The Hedgehog.
real talk, you either ran a Salamence or a Metagross, or you just got bodied.
You must give
Be
me
real.
See,
Chaos Emerald.
the one thing that.
Meet me at my base.
So there's actually a glitch in Coliseum and XD
Yeah.
that no one knew about for the longest time. They only came across it on accident.
Your trap.
Okay.
Eggman will
And it drove shiny hunters crazy.
Sonic?
All right.
Since Eggman went to the trouble of
The-
telling me where Elise is.
So they were trying to. So shiny hunting is actually possible in Coliseum and XD.
Yeah.
It's very possible because the shadow Pokemon aren't shiny locked despite the developers' best attempts at locking them. But the
Yeah.
problem is they made all the shinies wrong for the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like instead of like a normal colored, like I don't remember what color there was a change. Like some Pokemon would be like a whole nother color. Like I think the Espeon wasn't like green; it was like almost like a blue for some reason, and
Yeah. I remember that.
Slugma's purple instead of silver or green or something crazy.
Also, with Fire Red and Leaf Green, Gen 2's legendaries, including Latios and their IVs got so bugged to the point where it's like their HPs can only be as high as a 7, and the rest are all zeros. And they fixed that with Latios and Latias, but Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, like, they recommend just get them through Coliseum. And you want to know the worst glitch possible, Miles.
What?
So, you know how like the roaming legendaries like to run away or whatever in the places, right?
Yeah.
So in with Entei and Raikou only, Suicune does not have this problem. With Entei and Raikou only, the way how it works, Roar ends a battle, and the way it worked, it counted it as the Pokemon fainting. With Roar used on Entei and Raikou when they used it.
Oh no! It killed.
It despawns them. It despawns them, and it makes it so they never existed. Meaning you have to Master Ball them, or you never get them. And that's why they always go for 100% runs with Charmander, because Charmander gets Suicune, which never runs apparently and doesn't have Roar. But if you play Bulbasaur or Squirtle, you either have to waste your Master Ball on that shit, or you can't get them.
Save state if you're playing an emulator.
Save state. Otherwise, go ahead.
I was just going to address what JKR highlighted in chat. Someone sent him $35 on Ko-Fi. They just gave it to him. Awesome, dude.
Oh yeah,
like
nice,
that, like
bro.
they did, like they didn't give it to you for like a commission. They just gave it to you. That's awesome.
Yo, nice man. But no, like, I mean, they recently fixed that with the Latis now, and it's just like, I feel bad because if they ran away, the only way you can get them back is you have to play through Fire Red and Leaf Green again.
So, what I'm worried about is, well, let me get into a little rant about Pokemon Day.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Maybe short. The TLDR is because they released Fire Red and Leaf Green early on the eShop and all this stuff. They're talking about it before Pokemon Day. We're all 99% sure that there's something big happening besides Gen 10 that we don't know about. That's going to take up a lot of time for the presents. But if you look at the, well, obviously, if you hear about this, the eShop has written on it, and there's been like a Q&A. It says these are faithful, not remakes, not re-releases, they're just literal ports of the GBA game with nothing changed.
Oh no. Yeah.
So those glitches are still going to exist.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone
Which
expected
mean-
anything different.
I might actually
Also,
test it.
yeah, I would. Also, another thing I'm gonna say, with the shiny Pokemon hunting, like, yeah, it's possible, especially with Emerald, it's possible, but you have to like manipulate some stuff. I don't recommend shiny hunting in Gen 3. The odds in that are abysmal. Oh God, no.
The only thing I would ever shiny hunt in Gen 3 is the Mew.
The only thing I would shiny hunt is the Gardevoir because, again, best girl deserves best design.
But you can do that in Oras, like, easier.
Yeah, but that's not
yeah.
in Gen 3.
No, Oras was like around the time when X and Y came out, and that's when it followed Gen 5's thing of cutting the shiny hunting odds down by like half.
Yeah, so Fire Red's 8,000 something.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Well, knowing me, I'll be shiny hunting Charmander the first day.
Anyway, welcome to Sean White's Pro Snowboarding.
Oh God, okay.
I thought this was SSX Tricky.
Do you hear
You guys
Run
are making me
DMC
feel
playing?
You guys are making me feel old. I remember when
Nah.
those games came out.
This is Snowboard Kids, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, Snowboard Kids.
Oh my God. I played the hell out of that game, and every time I tell people I played that game, they're like, "What the hell is Snowboard Kids?" I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I used to play it.
I didn't
used to
play
play
it because
too.
I had a PlayStation.
Yeah, you had a PlayStation. We had an N64.
I remember Iggy's Wrecking Ball too.
Iggy's Wrecking Balls, yeah.
I think that was the first game I really enjoyed on the N64 outside of
Pokemon, Mario,
Pokemon
and
Stadium.
Zelda.
No, I didn't play Mario or Zelda for a long time.
Yeah, I played the hell out of Mario, Zelda, Pokemon Stadium, Mario Kart 64, Mario Party.
I am
One game I played the hell out of-
absolutely gonna be that guy. No, you did not play the hell out of Pokemon Stadium, because the international version of Pokemon Stadium is actually Pokemon Stadium 2.
Sorry, I played both of them.
No, I mean like the Pokemon Stadium 1 that every place but Japan got is Pokemon Stadium 2 in Japan, and the Pokemon Stadium 2 that we got is Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver. Pokemon Stadium 1,
That's so silly.
the Japanese version, never came out outside of Japan, mostly because it was completely unfinished. Like, it didn't even have all the Pokemon in it.
Bruh,
It's
it's just Pokemon Stadium, dude. You know what we mean.
Yes, I know, and like I said, I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Death
Coming
Bendy.
in today,
Hey, Death Bendy.
that girl.
Yeah, you're gonna be that girl. Yeah, they're
Guy can be a look.
Look,
I don't identify specifically with one gender or the other. That's part of my experience of gender fluidity. So, guy is something that I, don't object to being called, no matter what what model I'm using. Dude is also acceptable
Dude, bro.
because, as Good Burger taught us, dude is a gender-neutral pronoun.
Bro.
but no. Stadium had the hardest version of Mewtwo you'll ever fight, especially round 2, because
Yeah, because you actually have to
God.
fight him. You can't just Master Ball him.
no. Stadium Mewtwo had 827 special, meaning if you didn't Thunder Wave him, he'd kill you.
Oh no, you're right.
Like, back then, Psychic types were
Yeah,
only
Psychic
weak
types
to
in Gen
Bug.
1 were just completely broken.
Yeah, and Mewtwo was a literal nuke. If you didn't have an Electrode with Thunder Wave and Explosion, you were not gonna win. It didn't matter. He just Psychic and that's it. Like, it was bad. At round 2, Mewtwo is how you unlock Mewtwo as a rental Pokemon.
And JKR, yeah, I saw the news about Megazarek. That's pretty cool. Really getting the most use they can out of that Legacy Armada Megatron mold. I like that they're not just doing, you know, Galvatron and then calling it a day. Which they very easily could have. It's cool that we're still getting BotCon themed repaints and remolds, even though, like, both BotCon and Gen Selects are kind of dead. Like, for the non-Transformographizers fans in the audience, BotCon was the official Transformers convention for, like, several decades until, like, late 2010s, early 2020s when Hasbro revoked their partnership. And as part of BotCon, one of the selling points for going there was that you could get exclusive figures there that were not sold at retail anywhere. They were 9 times out of 10, like, repaints or minor remolds of existing figures, but a lot of times they would be brand new characters that had new fiction tied to them in, like, comics you could also get packaged alongside the figures, or, like, sold, or, like, given out at the convention. Gen Selects is a subline that's mostly now kind of stopped. That was only around for, like, a few years, where they would do, like, the same kind of thing that BotCon did, except you could just buy it at retail or, like, from Hasbro themselves, instead of having to attend a 3-day convention in order to get it. I actually have one Gen Selects figure, is the Super Megatron. Which is the only toy that Super Megatron has ever gotten so far.
Oh boy.
That was incredible.
Real talk though, I do miss seeing like the old rentals or like old kiosks at stores for like the N64 and GameCube stuff.
Bruh, if and when you get your vision back, I am hauling your ass down here so I can haul your ass down to Lost Ark, the big retro game store in this part of the state, because they have the blockbuster Pokemon Snap kiosk there.
Dude,
By the money.
dude, I would straight up.
And for a $2 fee, they will let you use it to print out photos.
God damn. Listen. Lately, I've been sleeping to the 24/7 N64 channel on YouTube, and every time I do, like, they have like Pokemon Stadium 1, 2, like a lot of the older games. I'm gonna be that man, and I'm gonna say this right now. The ending to Yoshi's Story makes me fucking cry just from the music because of nostalgia. Like, straight up, I will admit it.
Where's Elise?
My, aren't we impatient?
I'm gonna have to quote a Eggman line that lives from the Snapcube dub that lives rent-free in my head.
Just do it.
When it
Just
comes
do
up, because it comes up in this scene.
All right.
Place it there.
Didn't you pull this shit in Sonic Adventure 2?
No. Because last time it was sending him out into space to blow him up. This time it's sending him through time.
I was gonna say putting him in. I'll wait till this is over.
It's no use. It's too powerful.
That's another it's no use that no one memes on. Also, it's weird seeing Eggman's eyes.
My latest creation. This
I know, right?
is Dolores prototype.
Apparently he's got some baby blues.
With this machine, I'll be able to control the flow of time itself.
They're being spinned around.
Flushed them down the
Rest
toilet.
assured. They're
God
Down
damn
there.
it.
There we go. That's the line.
I was going to say,
they've just been teleported.
when he said put the emerald down, yeah, he got launched into space. No, he put up a fucking sea dome because he knew Sonic farted.
They'll end up. It could be
Put the piston down. You know what pistones does to your brains.
some fine tuning. What my machine
I like what pistones do to my brains. Eggman.
Yes.
I love the Snap Cube Sonic Adventure 2. I am sorry.
you.
I knew you were going to fucking fart, so I put up a fucking sea dome.
I need to revive the flame.
There's also another one. It's either in this scene or in a later scene on the egg carrier where he says this. It's like, look around you. Imagine dragons.
Willy Wonka.
Oh no.
You would be able to remain on my goods.
Oh no. But no, Lost Ark sounds like a store I would like to visit, even without my vision.
They also have an arcade in the back that you just AFE to enter. Sort of like Galloping Ghost, but nowhere near as big.
Yeah, no, Galloping Ghost is like Graceland.
Yeah, Galloping Ghost is like regarded as one of the best arcades in the West, not just in terms of their selection, but also in terms of like their preservation of arcade machines and arcade prototypes that were never released.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is Galloping Ghost is right next to Lyola, where I go for my iodine.
Rouge! Shadow!
Hi, long time no see.
Here's a fun drinking game that won't get you drunk. Take a shot every time you see Shadow clearly staring at Rouge's tits. It happens more often than you'd think, but less than you would want it to.
This is the distance
Yeah,
I mean, Nico can't be involved in that.
from our own timeline.
I'm gonna say this right now: is the Booba mouse pad surviving?
Yes, it is.
That means Eggman's machine
Good.
can control time.
It has a little bit on it where I can't tell if it's like a stain or a misprint or whether it's like a bit of shading.
To our own time. You need a space.
It's probably shading. You haven't had any drinks near it, have you?
No. I haven't spilled
That's
anything on
shading.
it to my knowledge. It's just like it's got a little
probably
it's got a little bit on her head that looks like it could be shading, but I'm not sure.
Is insufficient.
It's probably shading.
Hey, Shadow. It looks like we need to work together.
Look, what's important is that it's not on the booba. It's just on her beautiful face.
I mean, fair. I mean, fair. Yeah.
And what an appropriate time to have the Rouge the Bat Booba mouse pad out right now. Thanks again for that.
Again, you are welcome.
And it's a goth.
yay,
it's a goth baddie
Crisis.
Rouge. Yeah, Crisis City. Fun fact: a remix of Crisis City became one of the most popular custom tracks to play in the Guitar Hero community.
Good lord. You were saying about the Rouge the Bat thing or whatever?
I was going to say it's not just Rouge. It's not just a Rouge the Bat Booba mouse pad. It's a goth baddie Rouge the Bat Booba mouse pad, which is a deadly, super powerful combo. for me.
Combination.
Okay.
Yeah, you
like,
got your...
I know a lot of people are like, oh, goth girls, yeah, recently. Like, I've always just liked goth fashion, okay? I'm not a poser. I actually like goth looks.
One of my friends, again, the blue-eyed fox, who I knew in high she thought I could pull off the gothic look. I'm like, there is no way my ass will pull off wearing all black and pulling off the goth aesthetic.
Look, the
There
only
is
thing
no way.
the only thing keeping me from going full goth in my appearance is that I don't know how to do makeup and I can't afford enough all black clothing.
The only thing keeping me from doing it is I can't do tight black leather pants. Or black pants in general. I can't do it.
Yeah, black is a really weird like, it's my favorite color, but it's also a hard color to wear without it getting, like, noticeably dirty.
Yeah. Plus, if you wear it out in the heat, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Because, like, it captures heat.
I decided that, like, the look I'm gonna try and go for, once I'm able to, like, start... Like, once I get to the point in my weight loss where I start needing more new clothes, because my old clothes don't fit me anymore,
yeah,
is I'm gonna try and go for, like, kind of like, you know, the long-haired, like, kind of pudgy, metalhead look.
Yeah.
Because that is why I am at heart more than I am a goth.
Yeah. Off topic, Miles. Speaking of like Zelda and Mario, so when I played Mario Golf back when I was a kid, I noticed on the scoreboard it showed Link, Zelda, and like some of the Legend of Zelda characters. In the back of my head, I asked my best friend, "Do you think Link hits the golf ball with the Master Sword?"
I'd be disappointed if he didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm
actually
like,
no, he doesn't.
So...
He hits it with the butterfly net.
I mean, fair, yeah.
No. He hits it with the bee wand.
Oh God, no! You know what he hits it with? He hits it with an empty bottle.
He hits it with an empty bottle. He hits it with an empty bottle, just like he does to Ganon's energy projectiles in the Dead Man's Volley phase of the fight.
Which, by the way, I show no matter who I tell that to, they don't believe me about it. I showed them on the Switch Online before I lost my vision, and they're just like, "Wow, okay."
Also, like, fun fact, Dead Man's Volley is the official name for that recurring boss mechanic of bouncing energy projectiles back at some form of Ganon. Coined in Phantom Hourglass.
I just call it, hey, anyone up for tennis?
Yeah, basically it is tennis. That is true.
Also, for the longest time, until I think like 2017, 2016, I did not know you could spin attack Ganon's charge attack and
What just happened?
I fell.
What happened? Oh no!
It showed Sonic just vanish and then.
Oh, that's not happening, like, actually. That's just like the flickering effect that it has when you take damage doesn't show up very well in, like, recorded video or especially streamed video, just due to, like, varying refresh rates. It looks normal on a TV in person.
Okay.
Also, this is gonna sound bad coming from me. I didn't know Christ strictly California.
Fun fact, if you look at some of the street signs in Crisis City, it gives you, like, next exit is the Chow Garden.
No.
Oh, no.
So the Chow Garden confirmed destroyed in Silver's future.
Damn it, Silver.
This is somehow Silver's fault.
No, because Silver's
I mean,
not here.
given how the timeline of events plays out, it's technically Eggman's fault.
Yeah, but Sonic's blamed to be the trigger, which it's not really in that case. So.
Yes, because that's when Mephiles starts getting all fucky-wucky with the wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Mephiles' plan, I love Mephiles, mostly because his overly convoluted plan actually succeeds in the end, mostly. After a series of failures that he also predicted would happen. Like, he's a cool character, but you just don't think about his plan, okay? Don't think about the steps involved in accomplishing his plan, because the more you think about it, the more it makes you realize this dude's fucking dumb. Like, he is not the master manipulator you think he is, because his whole plan is based around stable time loops while also not knowing that his attempts to turn Shadow to his side are inevitably going to fail, because he knows that they fail in the future.
So with the whole stable time loop thing, he's basically Garland from Final Fantasy 1.
Yep. Like, he ensures his own creation while also ensuring that Shadow will seal him in the past, but instead of letting him fuse with Iblis at any point that he encounters him throughout the time stream, including in the future where he does exist, where they're both there. The fan theory is that, like, oh, he needs to fuse with Iblis when he's first released so he can be Asmo's primordial form. That is never fucking stated anywhere in this game.
Good lord. Also, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Mephiles mostly because he's got a cool voice, he's got cool powers, and he looks cool. But by God, is his plan hot garbage?
Sounds like it.
Just made it.
Also, the Mach Speed section in this stage can be a run killer for, like, no glitch speedruns, mostly because the debris that's thrown at you is randomized, so you just gotta get lucky.
That sounds interesting.
Like, if most people are speedrunning Sonic 06, they're doing glitch speedruns, in which case it's really anticlimactic because there's a glitch you can do early on as Sonic that just lets you skip to the end credits of his story.
How could it?
Seriously?
Yes. It's called a wrong warp. It's common in a lot of games where you basically trigger an event flag early by glitching into a specific spot, and that makes events happen out of order.
The day of disaster.
There he is, Yugi Moto himself.
This
Memphis, Tennessee.
and his flames were released into the world.
I find it funny that Dan Green's forgotten how to do the Mephiles voice, because it's just the Yami Yugi voice, but evil.
Yeah, I can tell.
I see it.
Behold,
See the fake one he wanted you to do.
behold, I took Sephiroth out of this scene and replaced him with a blue rat.
Blue hedgehog.
I'll send us back in time to the point when the Iblis trigger was alive.
Watch this teleportation effect, I love it. It's just, it is just the instant transmission from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They just pop him out of the scene.
Like Shadow.
Terrible.
All it's missing is the sound effect.
Dana, the princess died when she was kidnapped by Eggman. Apparently, Eggman's battleship exploded. The date of this incident was 2 days after the Festival of the Sun.
If we don't return in time, Elise will die on board Eggman's battleship. That means
Yeah, I think so.
Better find a Chaos Emerald.
Yep. Fortunately, Shadow knows how time travel works in this game. Like,
You guys are so slow.
they try to be like, oh, he figured it out from seeing how Mephiles did it, but like, no, there's nothing ever established previously that Chaos Control can do time travel.
Well,
Fuck you.
But I'm a real treasure hunter.
So wait, is this 3,000 years in the future?
400 years in the future.
400? And how are they? Were they time traveled too, or is this like one of those?
They were sent to the
you
future.
guys discovered anything?
Okay, that's why I wanted to make sure, because I was like, how?
They
long
were sent to
did
the
live?
future. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were obviously sent there by Eggman. Shadow and Rouge were sent there by Mephiles.
Through there.
Gotcha.
If you don't like
It's been a while since I've seen the skin.
here.
You've got to be kidding.
I only
Just
watched you
fuck
play it.
already!
Same to you.
Flame core.
Flame core. Because the future is just fire.
Spit them hot mixtapes.
I mean, this does have a pretty fire baseline.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think my joke would turn into that.
You both under and overestimate my abilities on a regular basis, Miles.
I know I do.
Gotta be careful not to fall off.
I don't try to anymore.
You just need to estimate them. Not overestimate or underestimate, just estimate. It's like how, like, nowadays I'm not usually over or underwhelmed by a lot of developments. I'm just perfectly whelmed.
Homing attack is still so risky at times.
Yeah, part of it's because there's a longer recovery period in the homing attack animation in Sonic 06 than there was in Sonic Adventure 1, or especially Sonic Adventure 2.
That's not good.
Like, yeah, he has to go through that whole flip before you can attack again.
They're stupid.
Yes, it is. It does nothing but slow down the gameplay.
What, for what? Just a cool look flip. Like, there's no reason to have that flip.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's gonna collapse any minute.
Oop.
It is a miracle that I didn't take damage from touching that lava waterfall. Lava fall, I guess I should call it. Is it still a waterfall if it's not water coming out of the fall?
I think it's a lava fall.
Get used to seeing these Iblis-type enemies, because we'll be seeing them a lot in not just later stages of Sonic's playthrough, but there are a lot of Shadow's story and a lot of Silver's story. You're going to be seeing the same few enemy types over and over again.
So like the chaos-looking things from 2 Battle?
Yeah. Well, you get more varieties than you do with the Artificial Chaos. But, like, it's still not much. Like, you've got these basic flying ones. You've got the little dogs that breathe fire. You've got the brutes that, like, take a lot of hits to kill. And you have the worms.
The worms, the claws?
Yeah. And then there's powered up versions, which are just the same enemies, but they're, like, purple. And they take twice as long to kill.
Gotcha.
And the flying ones never really pose a threat. They're mostly just there. They're sort of like the beetle enemies, the gun beetles in Sonic Adventure 2, where they mostly just exist to act as a way to get you across gaps by homing attacking them.
That was, yeah. I know what you mean.
There's a lot of enemy types in Sonic Adventure 2. A lot of gun enemy types in particular. But the only ones I can remember the names of are the Beetles.
Yeah, the Beatles. Not to be confused with the band.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ah, don't go down. I was about to go down the rail backwards. God damn. So you see how Sonic kind of glows a little bit here when you're invincible? Also, this is one of only like 3 stages in the game that has an invincibility power-up in Sonic's playthrough.
I don't like the music.
The other characters don't get that glow, so you have to just like the glow lasts longer than the like power-up tune does. So when you get the invincibility power-up as any other character, you don't really know when it's gonna wear off.
I don't really like the music for that invincibility.
Yeah, it sounds a bit too like it needs more layers to it. It sounds too thin. Also, the guitar tone's not very good for it. I say as like connoisseur of guitar music throughout the ages, that guitar needs a better tone. It sounds a bit too twangy.
It doesn't sound like hype, like I'm used to from Sonic.
Yeah. Like what it's an interpolation of the main riff, the main melody from this game's theme song, His World, by Zebrahead. But like the guitar tones, like it needs to be a bit heavier. Or gain or like set it to like a different pickup because it just sounds too twangy. It sounds more like country rather than like hard rock.
Yes, I see what you mean.
Like there's pickup selectors on guitars for a reason because you use the different pickups for different sounds that you want to go for depending on what music you're playing. Knuckles is also probably the hardest character to play as, by the way, because he has no ranged attacks, unlike Rouge, who is sort of like his counterpart. She attacks with a lot of like projectile-based attacks, whereas Knuckles only has punches, and they have very short range, unlike his attacks in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. But he also tends to get stuck on walls when you climb on them. It's hard to get him off.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, it's hard to get him off in the first place because he's an echidna. He's got a 4-headed penis. So... But, like, it's hard to get him off the walls.
I got you. Hey, you made it at least with that fall.
Yep, made it with 0 rings. I genuinely thought the stage was going to be longer. It's been a while since I've replayed this. I come back to this, like, once a year. And I always forget the later stages because I don't replay those as much.
Yeah, I remember used to play it a lot, but whenever I was always like, let me play.
Yeah.
Play with you or watch you. Because I'll never spend money on this damn game.
I've spent more money on this game than anyone reasonably should. I have 2 physical copies, and I have a digital copy, and all the DLC.
What? What's this?
I believe you. Oh my gosh, it looks like a freaking dragon had a worm.
Showed up.
You
showed up just in time for the world's most exciting boss fight, the Iblis tapeworm.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, who let the tapeworm out?
So basically, what you're saying, easy S rank.
The one where you just stand there and wait for most of the fight.
Yeah, so easy S rank.
Yep, most of the boss fights are easy S ranks, believe it or not.
You literally just sit around, do nothing until it gets over there.
You just dodge his attacks and wait for him to allow you to hit him.
Is there some way to
Sounds like a Genshin boss fight I did the other day.
Oh god.
Like, a lot of the boss fights in this game suffer from the whole, like, wait until it exposes its weak point thing that the adventure games tended to do for boss fights. But with the Iblis Worm in particular, you really, because of how far away it is, and at this point you don't have any of the gems to give you, like, game-breaking powers, you really don't have much of a choice but to just wait it out.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we head towards the balls.
Yes, you go towards the balls and you smack the balls. Typically, I would not recommend
Sounds
smacking
painful.
balls unless the person really deserves it, but, or if they consent to it.
It sounds painful.
Cock and ball torture,
is.
CBT, by Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia.
So does this thing eat them or something?
No, it gets distracted by the shiny and goes to attack it. Then you can smack it in the forehead jewel, and then you just rinse and repeat.
Pretty, shiny, got it.
Complete with this long-ass animation of you getting back to the start of all the footholds and then resetting all the footholds. It's such a long, boring fight. And you have to do it twice. Once a Sonic, once a Shadow. No mechanical differences between them.
Why is it doing it?
I was gonna say, as someone who has ADHD, I'm gonna say this thing is like, ooh, shiny, like straight up.
Yep. I mean, Iblis isn't the one with the consciousness or intelligence of the Solaris split. He's just the raw ferocity.
So all brawn, no brain.
Yes, to put it in Goku terms, now I may not be the brightest knife in that. You know what? I have that on the soundboard.
Oh no.
Please don't.
I may not be the brightest knight crayon box.
There we go, that's Iblis.
So he put all his points into strength, but he has like a -4 in intelligence. God damn.
Yes.
This poor creature.
Yeah, he has, he has more of an intelligence disadvantage on rolls than Varen does. And that's impressive.
Yeah, whereas Varen rolled a 0, thing is probably going to be rolling a -3.
This thing's going to be rolling negatives. Anytime it rolls in that one.
We gotta hit what, 4 times?
Yeah, 4 times.
That's slower than a slug.
Yeah, it should have been the Iblis slug instead of the Iblis worm.
Yeah. Also, Miles, speaking of the 3 legendary birds, I already know the joke that they're going to do for Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
What's that?
Do you want frozen chicken, spicy chicken, or sour chicken?
Oh my lord.
I already calling it. I'm calling it right now.
You want chicken that's... Do you want your chicken... How do you like your chicken? Spicy, sour, or you haven't put it in... You haven't cooked it yet, so it's still frozen in the bag.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's Articuno, Zapdos, for you.
I like my chicken like I like my sex. Raw and frozen. Wait, what was that second part?
So what you're saying is you like your sex like you like Articuno. You.
No. Here's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be frozen, air fried, and fried.
Oh no.
It's the whole thing about, oh yeah, raw. Wait, what do you mean by frozen when it comes to sex?
Oh no. There's this meme with the legendary birds of Articuno looking at Moltres saying, I would trade you for a corn chip. That is every Articuno player.
JKR has a question for you in chat, Miles. He says, did you get any updates on that package?
I tried going today, but I was too busy.
All right.
I emailed the boss. Sorry, I texted the boss. I'll hear something tomorrow.
Okay. He does a sick backflip before going just fucking off.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because they're gonna give me my package back. I told them if they find it to just give it back to me. I'll send it via UPS and then...
Okay, that's what you paid for anyway.
Yeah. But they were supposed to. UPS is supposed to pick it up there. That's why.
Yeah, I know. But, like, if they're giving you this much trouble, then, like, I know it's a 20-minute drive, but still, that's less of a headache than dealing with
it really is.
whatever's going on with them.
Yeah.
No problem.
Oh, Miles, I was gonna ask, I heard they came out with it already has been out, I think, I'm not sure, of, an Elite Trainer box that has, like, a promo of Gardevoir X or something.
Not Gardevoir X. There's one that has Ralts. No, I'm wrong. There's a Mega Gardevoir ETB, but there's no promo in it.
Oh.
It's Alakazam.
Oh, okay.
Control!
The other one is Mega Lucario, and it has a Riolu on Tokyo Tower, I guess, the equivalent of that.
Oh, okay.
And then Ascended Heroes was a promo of En's Zekrom.
Oh, okay.
I pulled another Gardevoir out of that. It's the same one from Mega Evolution.
Nice.
They just literally reprinted that.
Yeah, I need to get that Gardevoir eventually and just add it to
I
the
have one.
Gardevoir tome. Yeah, but I doubt you have like a duplicate or something of it.
I do. I have a regular double
Give it
R,
to
yeah,
him!
I have one. I have like 6 of that Gardevoir. They're just double rare.
Look at this newspaper.
Oh god.
They spelled
I was gonna
Soliana wrong.
say- Oh my god, damn it. I was gonna say, are you willing to part with one of them since you have like 6?
I mean, they're just double rare. They're not like the full arts or anything like that.
I mean, that's fine. A Gardevoir's a Gardevoir.
Yeah, you overestimate how concerned Nico is with rarity.
Look, here's the thing.
Especially because he's
If
not a
it's a
My Little Pony fan. Why would he care about rarity? He likes Gardevoir.
God damn it. Look. Cool.
That is a joke for Furret.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, like, I don't care if it's like a full art Gardevoir or a normal Gardevoir card. Like, I'm collecting Gardevoir cards just so I can make a book with the Gardevoir cards in it.
I get you.
Yeah, so I'm collecting like every type of Gardevoir card, including eventually.
Eventually, what? You cut out.
The golden Gardevoir card eventually too. So that way
but that's
it could just
lost a
be
lot of value
part
too. It
the
would
book.
be easy to get now.
How much did it drop?
A PSA 8's $200.
Oh wow, that is actually pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I might actually drop on a PSA 8.
I got a question.
10, that'd be even better.
I got a question.
PSA.
What's the question?
Do either of you like trains?
I like cereal.
Are you talking about Radical Train?
Radical Train.
I fucking hate that stage.
I like trains.
Nico. On
Yeah.
TCG Player, the Gold Gardevoir is going for $210 with $5 shipping. So you can get one raw, but the PSA 10 Gardevoir is like $800.
Well, he doesn't need a PSA 10. He just needs the gold Gardevoir.
Well, I heard Nico say I'd like to get a PSA 10 one day.
Like that.
One
like,
day.
I would like to get it one day, yeah, but not like straight up. Like an 8's fine. It's just a matter of waiting till after Ascend because of I have to make sure I have enough money for like convention.
Yeah, I got you. Oh,
And yeah, I died due to a glitch. You're not locked onto like usually in 3D Sonic games, like, you know, a little peeking behind the veil here. Usually when you go through a loop in a 3D Sonic game, it locks you onto a track and automatically speeds you up, so you cannot possibly fall off the loop. Sonic 06 doesn't do that. You can not only go flying off the sides of a loop, you can stop in the middle of a loop and just walk your way across it because it will not let you fall off.
Yeah. But yeah, if you could definitely send me one of your duplicates of the Gardevoir card, I would be appreciative.
Yeah, do you want me to see if I can get another one for from Ascended too? It's the same Gardevoir, just different set.
Sure. Like, I'm trying to collect like I said, I'm trying to collect Gardevoir cards so I can actually put them in a book and be like, this is the Tome of Gardevoir right here.
So you're trying to master set Gardevoir, which is what one of my favorite YouTubers did for Gengar.
Yeah, I'm trying to master set Gardevoir, yeah. Again, I'm wanting to collect it so I can add it to the Sanctuary.
How did Sonic know that there was a Switch lying around here? And how did he know that it was currently not being used because I have the Switch too?
God damn it.
Oh my god.
I was going to say this. The one thing I hate about this stage is the high speed section of Radical Train.
Okay, but Shadow's version, he doesn't get the high speed stage. Instead, he has to drive the motorcycle.
Yeah, but...
And the motorcycle sucks ass.
Yeah, but Sonic's is still harder because...
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that.
If you get hit, you could easily just die.
You also have to get lucky with the train spawns that you have to jump over. Like, you have to hope that they spawn at the right intervals. Otherwise, you're just not making those jumps.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's for both Sonic and Shadow. Camo Kaplamo, hello! Twitter's favorite Sonic game? Yes, the king of it had potential.
This train is...
Hi, Camo Kablamo.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, tomorrow I'm probably gonna stream some Pokemon Unites.
That's right, tomorrow's Pokemon Day, right?
Not tomorrow.
Oh yeah, next,
Friday.
27th, okay. I got a little confuzzled on my dates, because I don't usually travel on Sundays.
Miles, if I'm not suffering from a headache after my procedure, I will try and tune in. But if I am unable to, murder for me. Get a kill for me.
Charizard, they murder everything.
Pretty much. If you see a Pikachu, get your electric Rado. Get it for free.
I already destroyed the Pikachus.
It did in fact have potential, but so did the shit I took earlier today. Technically, anything has potential at some point in its development. Like, I'm sure Concord had potential at some point in its development before they turned it into Concord.
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure Highguard had potential before it became Highguard.
Too easy. No sweat.
I was gonna say also Mighty Number 9, but that's kind of a low blow.
Yeah, it's one that I agree with, though.
Didn't they start working on, like, another game? Like
They did a Kickstarter for another game. That was based on Mega Man Legends. Before Mighty Number 9 had come out. And that Kickstarter failed. Because people were like, dude, why the fuck are you crowdfunding another game when you haven't even put out the game that you already raised over 4 times your goal for?
That's right.
And like then Keiji Inafune was like, well, actually, we didn't need crowdfunding anyway because we got investments from a Chinese firm to finish the game. And we are a decade out, and it's just like the 3DS and Vita versions. It's not out, but it's not canceled. Sure, the studio's gone, and Keiji Inafune abandoned it before it shut down, just like he abandons fucking everything that he's ruined. But, it's still not canceled.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They never said it was canceled, so as far as we know, it's not canceled. The reason why the
Who's
people
gonna
are so
support
crazy
it?
about this game's potential is that the potential is actually realized in a lot of ways. Like the level design is just a lot of ways, like the level design buzz held back by the game being a rushed mess. Yeah, I absolutely agree. This, like, I say the whole like king of potential because like I do believe that this game had a lot of potential, but at the same time, it's become a meme to say that this game had potential because everyone says that now. Now that we know how hellish the development was, and that wasn't just general incompetence, it was like a cock-up cascade of on the executive end that fucked this game over, not like incompetent developers, which is very rarely the case of incompetent developers. It's 9 times out of 10 executive bullshit. And also, you know, some running interference by convicted felon Yuji Naka. Corporate incompetence and capitalist greed. Yep, gotta get this out by holiday 2006 for this arbitrary anniversary celebration. But yeah, I'm one of those people that like absolutely says that this game had potential that wasn't realized.
I knew you'd return. Had to.
I just also like kind of, you know, poke fun at my own like championing of this game as like it could have been. I don't think it could have been the best Sonic game ever if it hadn't been rushed and faced numerous setbacks during its rushed development. But like, I think it would have been like a good like 6, 7 out of 10. On actual out of 10 scale, not like the IGN 4-point scale that's actually like, you know, 1 to 10 scale that's actually just reserved for like if it's below an 8 it's terrible.
Also, disappointment. We don't get to see Shadow kick Silver in the back of the head on Sonic's story.
Yeah, because Sonic just fucks off.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Listen here, you little shit. Only I'm allowed to beat up this blue idiot. That is the only reason why he stepped in.
Probably, yeah.
I'm also one of the, like, for, going back to what Camo Caplamo's, been bringing up, Sega definitely needed the rough backlash this game got in order to learn their lesson to have more quality control. Yeah, although I would say it also took them a bit too long to figure out, like, the right direction to steer the series in, because, like, they listened to the critical and fan backlash, but also then tried to, like, you know, I'm very critical of the 2010s era of Sonic, because, like, they tried to make Sonic cater to people that already had an intrinsic dislike for Sonic, rather than make Sonic better. Like, instead of trying to refine the good points that they had and fix what didn't work, they decided to basically turn Sonic into a budget series. It was a period where, like, no Sonic game, post Unleashed up until Frontiers, sold for full price. Because it was almost an indicator of, like, Sega's, like, this is our mascot, but we're not confident enough in it to sell it for full price. So it kind of, like, gives you... It's one of those things where it's like, okay, this is a mascot franchise, but you're selling it for, like, $40, so, okay, what's wrong with it?
They gave up on their own mascot.
They kind of did for a while. A lot of it was, like, there's the Saturday morning cartoon style writing to it, and how the games were, like, brain dead easy for a long time. And you could complete, like, any of them in a good, like, 2 to 3 hours with little replay value beyond unlocking Supersonic. Like, 2010s, I would argue, was a rough... Like, obviously, the 2000s, and especially the late 2000s, was a rough period for Sonic due to all the just absolute corporate fuckery that was going on at Sega during the 2000s.
Which is
with them trying to find their footing after exiting the console space. But, like, the 2010s was like, there's no excuse at this point.
Yeah, which is why, in my opinion, after Adventure 2 Battle, like, to me, that was, like, the best, in my opinion, but then I didn't really get much attached to Heroes. I mean, Heroes is a good game, but, like, I don't know why, just Adventure 2 was, like, to me, like, a very good, just peak Sonic for me. For a
Camo
long time.
Kaplamo says, I love the meta era in games, of Sonic games in every aspect except story, and also with the qualifier of except Sonic Forces. Good that you said except Forces, because there's been, you know, in a post-Frontiers world, there's been people trying to do some revisionist history on, like, oh, Forces wasn't that bad, it's actually better than Frontiers in gameplay and story. I'm like, no, the fuck it wasn't. We are not doing revisionist history on Forces.
Look, Forces, I can agree, Frontiers is way better, but I really didn't mind Forces, honestly.
I very much minded Forces, because, like...
Well, that's you, and...
I very much minded Forces because, like... I find it to be similar to Sonic 06 in that they're both bad monumental points in 3D Sonic history that led to good changes going forward. But in opposite direction, but they have their own, like, polar opposites to each other, in that I do not see a world where what they were trying to do with Forces works, because everything was so half-assed from the start.
I mean, I didn't really have much of a problem with it, but...
Like, it's not a broken, buggy mess like Sonic 06 is, but it doesn't have much of its own identity beyond, wow, every aspect of this is just kind of undercooked and boring, and you can beat it in 2 hours.
I mean...
And I will say, and I'll say it has the worst story out of any Sonic game. There's a reason that people don't want Infinite to come back.
Let's just be real. Like, the best game that they made, like, within, like, the last couple of years was probably Generations.
Generations, I can agree.
Generations, I will say, was the high point of that era of Sonic games. Frontiers, I was very pleasantly surprised by. And Sonic X Shadow Generations was fantastic.
I think that is Generations.
Well, Shadow Generations is a new game tacked onto
It's basically a side story, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a new game.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, it plays differently than Sonic Generations does. It has a different design philosophy to it. Like, Colors very much suffers from, like, the very kind of boneheaded in hindsight decision of, like, oh, it needs to be playable on just a standard Wii Remote held on its side, which means it's limited to an 8-directional D-pad movement, which means we can't really have any, like, fast, complex, interesting platforming sections. So it's like, I've seen people describe it as, like, a 2D Sonic game with 3D hallway sections, and I've seen people compare it to Mario in its level design, and I've got a better point of comparison than either Mario or 2D game with occasional 3D sections. It's fucking Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, Colors on DS was not bad. It was actually pretty much Sonic Rush.
Yeah, it was just Sonic Rush 3 and everything but name.
Yeah, and it was good.
Shame that version's never been ported.
Yeah, shame it hasn't, but again, can't deny the fact it was also really good that the Rush style still did pretty well.
If you jump when the bud is glowing, you may be able to jump higher.
But no, with the whole Forces thing, I guess I just like the character creation and just the multiple different ways you could play the character, I guess.
Yeah, the character creation's a neat idea. that's like the one thing where I'm like, okay, that was actually a good idea. Incorporating the, fandom's propensity for creating their own OCs and make it a gameplay feature.
Look, when they gave me an electric whip for my my coyote character, then fuck yeah.
I just wish that it had more actual options to it, and that there were more substantial gameplay differences that your custom character had based on like what species you chose for them. Because a lot of them are so minor that they're negligible. And like a lot of the cosmetics you unlock are like, there's not as many cosmetics as the game wants you to think. Because it's not a case of like, oh, you unlock a shitload of parts. It's you're unlocking a handful of parts and you're just unlocking them one color scheme at a time.
Well, aside from experiencing Frontiers through you playing it and listening to other players play through Generations X Shadow Generations, I really haven't played it for myself, so I really can't weigh in my own accurate judgment on those two. But I can say this. I do understand, like, Shadow Generations is different from Sonic Generations, aside from Shadow just being a side story leading up to Sonic's final battle.
Yeah.
But it was fun because it added a bunch of new things to Shadow that he desperately needed as a character.
Yeah.
Like, at least in terms of, like, building, because it's just, like, edgy, brooding, and just always unsure of himself. In Generations, he literally finds himself and moves on with his life.
Yeah. Yeah, like, as someone who got into the Sonic games solely because of an ad for Sonic Adventure 2 that showed off Shadow, and I thought that looks cool as hell. Because I was introduced to Sonic as a cartoon series through Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, not through the games. I didn't know it was a game series at first. Just like with Mega Man. But,
yeah.
Like, Shadow's always been, like, a comfort character for me. And it's nice to see him finally getting some character rerollment after being so out of character for so long.
Yeah. It's similar to me. See, I got into the games before the cartoon, and Sonic 2 was my first game I played, but that's because my childhood best friend had a Sega Genesis. And when I saw Tails, I fell in love with the character, and I'm like, that's how I got into Sonic. And then just from there, it was just like history.
Yeah, going back to Camo Kaplamo, I agree with you that Sonic Forces isn't like bad in that it's like buggy or broken or anything. It's just that so unambitious and safe and lazy in the way that it approaches its game design that like it's the true definition of mid to me, which I find to be, as someone who like enjoys, famously bad games for trying to dissect and see what goes wrong and how you can fix them. With Sonic Forces, the reason it sticks with me so much as such a thorn in my side, as such a point of hatred for me, is because it's so safe and so unambitious and takes so few risks and does so little with what it introduces and what it sets out to do, that in my opinion, it doesn't justify or like warrant its own existence. Like, we could have just skipped that game and gone straight to Frontiers, and you would not miss out on much.
Very true.
Like, if you're getting into Sonic nowadays and you're like, are there any games I should skip? I would say skip Forces, because like all you're missing is like 2 to 3 hours of mid.
The only go ahead, Miles.
Go ahead, Nico.
Ladies first, Miles.
No,
I already went first.
Nico, you
Oh
go.
my god. Okay. I was gonna say, the recent Sonic game I played before I lost my vision that I fell in love with, and
Sonic?
you guys can knock, and people can knock me for that, is Origins, because, again, I love other than Adventure 2 and Adventure, I love the 2D classic Sonics, and, when they released that, I fell in love with it. I mean, yeah, it's just the iOS and like Sega and the Sonic CD from the Xbox thing, but the Sonic 3 and Knuckles that they did was like it was beautifully done, and
Yeah.
I also love the little cutscenes like in the beginning and at the end of the game that they added that were animated.
To be myself.
Yeah.
Because it gave the games a lot more life. It literally was like, okay, you're like literally following the story in like a way
But I love
that
this country.
they explain the story, but they don't like the characters did not need a voice. They were just like literally like
The sea
illustrating how they were through emotion.
and Mother Earth.
Yeah, it's taking stuff that was only in the Japanese manuals and letting you actually see it in the game instead of just leaving it up to you to read up on your own to explain why you're doing what you're doing, and all without any dialogue.
To my country.
Yeah, and I also like the anniversary mode because not only is it good for like people who like just want to play casually,
Sure.
for people who are new to the series, like before on the old Genesis stuff, like it was hard to get the Chaos Emeralds, like, and the games were difficult in their own right.
Sonic 2 getting the Chaos Emeralds.
and-
Sonic 1 getting the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, well, yeah, plus Labyrinth Zone and all that. With the coins or whatever, you didn't have to worry about gaming over even if you had 0 coins. Like, it gave a chance for people who are new to the series to be like, okay, we could play this without actually suffering. And then if you wanted to go back and play it in its originality, you could do that mode with the lives, like as an
Yeah.
option.
Yeah. I will say Origins launched in a kind of rough state at first, but they
Yeah.
unlike what has happened in the past with rough ports and remasters of old Sonic games, they listened to fan feedback and fixed damn near everything and added new stuff on top of it.
Yeah, like they added a playable Amy into it, and like I love Origins to death, and like I nearly got all the achievements on it. I'm missing like one achievement, but unfortunately, I lost my vision, so I can't get that achievement now, which is just find 5 Rhino bots in Sonic 3 and kill them. You can't really just farm that one.
And
No, I love that game.
going back to responding to Kemo Kaplamo in chat, the story of Forces did lead into IDW, and that was really good, and also now canon. True. I would also say, like, granted, I haven't read a lot of IDW. I'm not much of a comics reader, but I'm starting to get into IDW for a fandom project. Forces does happen before IDW starts, but like with how from the issues I've read, which is like the first 5 issues, you can really go into it without having played Forces or without Forces necessarily having been a thing, and it doesn't necessarily have to have followed off from Forces, and that's one of the cool things about it that makes it good for newcomers to get invested in, is like, okay, you don't have to have played a specific game to understand where the starting point of the story is. It's just aftermath of Eggman's last defeat. That's all you need to know. And I appreciate it for that.
Go ahead. I was gonna say IDW. Like I haven't personally read them. More so, I listen to like dubs as well as like audiobook versions of the comics. And from what I've listened to, I love IDW. I mean, like, the Archie comics were okay, but the IDW ones, I fell in love with the characters, like, even more so than
the Archie comics really fluctuated a lot depending on who was writing at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I know everyone likes to pin the blame on Ken Penders, and he is very much responsible for a lot of the roughness of a lot of Archie, but he didn't write everything. He was more so like the he was like the he was like the guy in charge of the writing team, more so than he was the writer of every single issue.
Yeah, but outside of that, like I grew up reading the Archie comics, and when I actually listened to the IDW ones through audiobook and YouTube dubs, I like the IDW comics story flow a lot more.
Yeah.
Because it isn't just like all over the place. It's just like, yeah, it goes on its tangents a little bit, but you don't go too far away from the main plot.
It also helps that it doesn't have that weird early period where it's trying to be a comedy series.
Yeah, that too. Although I will admit one thing with the Archie comic, in the very first issue, they when they broke the fourth wall saying, "How is your Genesis skills today?" That made me laugh a little bit.
Yeah, they
showed,
did
like a Genesis controller.
They did that in a few of the early Archie comics where, like, they would, like, when it was a section of the comic that was adapting a specific, like, gameplay section from one of the Genesis games. This went on into like their Sonic 3 and Knuckles adaptation. That's how long it lasted. They would, like, put in the picture of the Genesis controller and would, like, you know, task you to play along to, in the game, to the scene that's happening in the comic.
Yeah.
I think that's neat. It's quirky.
Yeah, it's a nice little, like, fourth wall break Easter egg kind of thing. And I remember reading that comic all the time in Gems, not Gems Collection, Mega Collection.
Mega Collection, yeah. Because you could read the Sonic first issue.
Yeah, and like, I always found that, like, I always go back and read that comic, and I think the last Archie comic I owned, no, the last two I owned was the one where, sadly, my boy Tails got slapped by Fiona Fox.
Fiona Fox, the most hated character in Archie comics.
I like how she was as a character, but I was very mad when Tails got slapped. And then second was I think my brother had the 25 years later or whatever, like the future.
The X years later is what that whole saga is called, because it's broken up into two
basically
arcs.
it's like a what if. It was like a what if, yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's two arcs of it. Yeah. There's 25 years later, which is the one under Ken Penders. That didn't really get the finale that it was supposed to. And then there's another one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like an alternate history where, like, Sonic never became King of Mobius, instead Shadow became king, and it's absolute character assassination, because they implied that Shadow would be an evil dictator.
Yeah, I remember reading both of those. The Shadow one in, like, a bookstore that had the comic on, like, the rack, but, yeah, I remember when Lulu was, a couple days ago, Lulu was doing, the Rule 34 thing. I think it was, who has the more Rule
34 results. Yeah.
Yeah, and, I think it was, I forgot who asked the question, but, Lulu was asking me about, like, did Tails ever end up with someone named Mina? I'm like, that wasn't a what if thing with the 25 years later thing that wasn't even canon.
Yeah, and that was such a weird pairing.
If you had cooperated
yeah, I mean, I kind of get it, but it doesn't make sense because it's like,
Dr.
Out of any time besides the 25 years later, when has Mina actually even like interacted with Tails?
Yeah, it feels like a case of pair.
Interacted.
I believe the term is called pair the spares, where it's like, these two characters aren't romantically involved with anyone. Fuck it, they'll hook up.
Yeah, and they actually have 2 kids, Sky and Melody.
Can change time.
Also, didn't they, like, make a point of introducing a boyfriend for her, which she apparently, I guess, in the future never married?
There was a lot of things about... Yeah, Ash. There was a lot of things about that, and some people said, there's a lot of
there was just a lot of romantic drama in Archie that was...
Well, yeah, some people said Ash was kind of like a horrible boyfriend. Others said he wasn't. It was just like up to fan interpretation.
It's not so much that, from what I've seen of Ash, because he doesn't really do much in the Archie comics, from what I've seen. It's not so much that he's a horrible, abusive monster. It's just that he's an asshole to, like, people around Mina.
Yeah, because, again, like, you know how the fan base likes to take a lot of it out of proportion, though.
Yeah,
and it's
like how people either love or absolutely villainize the hell out of Sally.
Now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't got a problem with Sally, but the thing with it is just... I see her and Sonic more like best friends rather than actual, like, love interests.
Yeah, and that's what the post-reboot Archie series did. They didn't make them romantically involved at all. They were just, like, comrades.
Yeah, and, like... Look, I don't mind a lot of the characters. Like I said, I like Fiona Fox as a character in terms of her complexity. Just the thing with Tails left a sour note in my mouth. And, I do like Julie Sue. Like, she was an interesting character in my opinion. And I also liked Scourge a little bit.
Yeah, Scourge was fun when he stopped just being literally evil Sonic.
Yeah, when he got his own like identity and everything, just like it was pretty sick. I liked how he fleshed out. But
Totally lost.
What?
I know nothing of the Archie comics. I'm like totally lost.
Scourge. Okay, so like first of all, the Archie comics is a convoluted nightmare of multiple realities plus a reboot.
Yeah.
Scourge was an evil Sonic from an alternate universe where the Freedom Fighters, you know, Sonic, Sally, Tails, you know, all the heroes were the villains, and Dr. Eggman was the good guy.
The place was called Moebius.
Yeah, Mobius spelled with an E, which is like based on the word Mobius strip. Like for the longest time, his name was just Evil Sonic. And he was
Sonic, yeah,
Evil Sonic or Anti-Sonic, depending on the writer. He looked exactly like Sonic, but to tell them apart, he had sunglasses and a leather jacket. Because he's bad.
And he dated, and he flirted and got with almost every girl in the damn comic.
Yep. But there was a part like later in the pre-reboot run where like due to bullshit involving the Master Emerald, because the Master Emerald, even in the comics, not just in the games, does whatever the plot demands. He was given a more unique design where he was an inverse of Sonic's color scheme. He was green with blue eyes instead of blue with green eyes. Still had the leather jacket. He had 2 scars going down his chest from a fight with, I believe, Knuckles, or like one of Knuckles' family members. And he started calling himself Scourge to make it all as an attempt to make him more of his own character rather than just what if Sonic were bad.
Gotcha.
Basically, to everybody, it's Sonic but green.
Yeah, it's Sonic but green.
Too much of like Black Knight type of idea of like different realities and stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of that in the pre-reboot run of Archie Sonic. And
Although
that's without getting into the nightmare of a family tree that Knuckles has.
yeah, also Black Knight, Sonic and the Black Knight had the best super form, or rather armor Sonic.
Yes, yeah, Excalibur Sonic.
Best Sonic form, fight me.
I agree.
It looks way too much like Jet.
Well, I mean, Jet, I don't think ever got to appear in the Archie comics. Or if he did, it was in a very minor capacity.
I think he only got like one section, and it was like based on Sonic Riders or like a side story.
Like, the fun, like, the interesting stuff for the multiple universes mostly comes from, like, late, like, right before the reboot, when Ian Flynn took over as the head writer. Because he was someone that played the Sonic games growing up and wrote his own Sonic fanfics and made his own Sonic fan comics, as opposed to someone who, as opposed to Ken Penders, who was, like, a comics writer who joined the Sonic comic writing staff because he was too much of a hack to get any of his own series published. But, like, Archie had lower standards for Sonic because Sega was very hands-off with how things were done in that era.
Yeah.
So he basically just used Sonic as a springboard to tell whatever hackneyed stories he wanted to tell, rather than anything that had business being in a Sonic story. Like, Ian Flynn had some interesting ideas for, like, alternate universe versions of characters that Ken Penders never would have come up with. Like, there's an evil Big the Cat from another universe. He is a serial killer who goes from universe to universe, killing each universe's version of Froggy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And knowing how Big the Cat is omnipotent and a god, that's scary.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine how Anti-Cream would be, because Cream is just as powerful.
We saw Auntie Amy.
Yeah, that's Rosie the Rascal.
Rosie the Rascal.
Which is funny because in Sonic the Fighters, that was her nickname in the game because it said Rosie the Rascal.
Yeah. Like, that's the kind of thing that only Ian Flynn would come up with as a character name, because he actually knows this. He has, like, an encyclopedic knowledge of obscure Sonic lore.
I will say this. Rosie the Rascal's hammer freaked me the fuck out because of how it's designed. It was like, holy hell.
Also, the fact that they really did... They took, like, the fan interpretation of Yandere Amy and was like, okay, but what if she really was a Yandere?
Yeah, I think it's just more along the line. She was horny for Scourge and literally just wanted to kill every fucking Sonic. That's literally it. Okay, so for the trials, are we choosing Amy or Elise?
We're choosing the right answer, which is Amy. But
Yeah,
first
I
we
was
have to
gonna
do the
say,
test of intelligence, which always takes me forever. Because
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
rolled low on intelligence.
God damn it. I was gonna say you better choose Amy, because if you chose Elise, then I was gonna say I am disappointed.
What do I look like? Some sort of Elise enjoyer? I only know one person who's ever gotten any enjoyment out of Elise, and that is this one artist, well, mashup artist who also drew some comics on Twitter, Triple Q. Drew some comics on Twitter of, like, Elise post Sonic 06, where she still has the memories of everything she and Sonic did together, but that reality never happened, so she became, like, a obsessed yandere pining over a love that she never got to have, and is, like, you know, crazy.
That just seems scary to me. Oh god.
That's the entire point, is like, like, give Elise some kind of personality and make it the most scary one.
Go ahead, Miles. What's up?
Say in general now, because you guys got me hooked on like this multiverse thing. Like, I really want to watch Ari play Black Knight again, because that was the game I asked Ari to play when I was sick one day, and Ari recorded it.
Yeah, I recorded all the boss fights at least. I didn't do like a full play.
Yeah.
Because I had already beaten the game, so I could just do the boss fights.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't mind the yandere trope, but
overdone.
It's overdone, but if done correctly, is very terrifying.
I like the yandere trope when it's played as something for horror, or like something not to be like, you know, you should get with this person. I don't like when the yandere is portrayed as a genuine romantic option that you should be rooting for. That is not.
Yeah.
That is not
like
good.
Like, the romantic option is okay, but here's the thing, though. It has to be very scary, and it has to be like she's out to do what she's set to do. It's not like, oh, just being with her is just gonna make it all better. They're yandere. It's going to, like, you have to, if you're going for the character, go full character.
Yeah, yanderes can be good for certain kinds of stories. It's just like, you know, more so yanderes in my ideal writing. You know, not as someone that's not a fiction writer myself. I don't think that yanderes should be like the idea of the so obsessed that they'll love you to death and eliminate anyone they see as competition makes for chillingly effective horror. That's why Audition is one of my favorite horror movies. The idea of like, oh, it's so quirky that she's got a bloodlust for anyone that she sees as getting in the way of her and her beloved. Like, I'm like, okay, I get, you know, separation of fiction and reality. I'm not saying like, oh, if you like this, that means you're a bad person in real life. But it's more so like, I don't get the appeal.
Yeah, I mean, again, like...
Yeah, we shouldn't be romanticizing obsessive and unhealthy love.
No.
It's the same thing. It's the same reason that, like, a lot of attempts at, like, edgier, more shocking romance stories, especially ones that involve, like, kidnapping or Stockholm Syndrome, that try to romanticize it. Not even talking 50 Shades of Grey, because that gets brought up as a common punching bag, but there's one called 365 Days, which literally romanticizes sexual assault and kidnapping and Stockholm Syndrome and gaslighting and all that, and makes a romantic series out of it. And I'm like, no, abso-fucking-lutely not.
No. Another one that I know of that sort of does that is Future Diary.
Yeah, Future Diary at the very least, they make it clear, like, she is crazy. That's not something you should want.
Yeah, no.
Believe it or not, you guys know I do voice acting for Minecraft YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the ones I'm in the middle of voice acting a part of, it's not very big, is a Yandere series.
Okay.
Oh, no.
But this one's kind of like obvious. Like, they made it obvious, and the writer is taking it like a different twist of sorts. But
yeah, I'm not saying yanderes can't ever be used. I'm just saying they should be used. They should be used in interesting and effective ways instead of just, just portraying it as a genuine romantic option.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, if I may interject.
Sonic, you came.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I forgot she said that. Oh no. I'm like, red flag, red flag.
You want to know something that makes it even worse, and this will ruin Sonic's design for you?
Oh no.
What?
Have you ever seen a real hedgehog and seen that like belly button thing that they have, which is represented by the flesh pattern on Sonic's stomach?
Yeah, I know.
That's not a belly button. That's their penis.
Yeah, I know. My again, my friend, the blue-eyed fox, had 2 hedgehogs as pets.
So basically what we're saying is that Sonic is rocking out with his cock out, and it's very thick, but not very long. He's got a chode.
Oh, God, stop.
Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
I think the stream right here questionably is tier M at most.
I'm talking about the game itself. It's rated E10 for fantasy violence and mild lyrics.
Okay, yeah, the game is
not E10.
Okay, look, the game is E10, but the stream is T to M.
Yeah, there's a reason I mark all my streams as 18 plus.
Just in case.
Most yandere in media just playing to the male fantasy of a really hot, over-sexualized woman being crazy for you and ignoring all the genuine mental health problems that comes with that. Agreed. I have had an obsessive stalker before. It's not fun. It's not something to be romanticized or sexualized. It is scary.
Yeah, I can relate.
But like, yeah, that's my problem not with the yandere archetype, but with how it's used mostly. I think it's an effective archetype. It's just that more often than not, it's used as like just, goon slop, rather than something more interesting.
Yeah, like, if it's done correctly, I'm okay with it. But if it's not, then forget it.
Like, my Hall of Famer for like best yandere in terms of presentation in the story and her role in the story would have to be, I hate that I can't remember her name because I haven't watched Audition in a while, but the main female character who's also the antagonist from Audition, the Takashi Miike romantic horror movie, which is it's a slow burn, which is part of what makes her so effective and so chilling, to where, like, rather than just being crazy from the outset, it's more so, like, it plays it a bit more realistically before going full psycho. It's like, she seems sweet at first. She seems normal at first. But you start noticing things that she says about herself don't add up, and you notice that, like, there's some things that are off about her, like, hey, what is that sack? That burlap sack filled with something in her room? Why does she have a dog bowl despite not owning a dog?
Is it Japanese horror film?
It's Japanese.
Is it so the antagonist is Asami Yamazaki?
Yeah, Asami, thank you. And it goes to, like, the way she plays it is not just like, oh, I'll eliminate all, I'm spoiling this almost 30-year-old movie.
The rule is, if it's 30 years old, I don't think people are going to care.
Yeah, it's
They had plenty of time to watch it.
It's like
it's 24, I think, or 26.
Closer to 30.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like, oh, I'll kill off all the other girls in the harem, so I'll be the winner. Because it's not that kind of story. He's only romantically interested in her.
I'll go on ahead. It's
more so like, early on, she's like, you promise you'll only love me, right? He says yes, because he wants to be, the main character is a widower who's just getting back into dating. He has a son as well, and his son's the one who encourages him to get back into dating. When she says, you'll only love me, right? That also means You won't love your son or your other family members or your friends or even your dog, right? You'll only love me.
Oh boy.
That's what's so chilling about her. That's what's so effective about her.
Level.
That's why she's the best yandere in media, in my opinion, out of the ones I've seen. Because it's not a romanticized, obsessive, you know, crazy in love with you girl. It is genuinely someone who is unhealthy. And that you do not want her to get together with him.
Also, hi, Silver.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Silver now. Something funny, Ari, is I was actually writing a Yandere series years ago for Minecraft, because that was my thing at the time, was Minecraft. I was trying to do a unique spin on it, but not be, like, bluntly, like, in your face what's going on.
Okay.
It turned out really interesting to people, but I never actually ran with it very much, because I just stopped working on it because I had no one to help me, so I stopped.
To give it a shot again.
Oh, I am. You gave me an idea, thanks to telling me about that movie.
Oh, good. I would recommend watching it, too. It's just genuinely a really good horror movie.
I'm going to. I'm probably going to use some of the aspects.
Oh, God.
But, since I've said best yandere in media, worst one obviously goes to Yandere-chan from Yandere Simulator, made by Yandere Dev.
Anything related to Yandere.
I have to pronounce it that way because he can't pronounce the name of his own game right.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He can't.
How many years was that game in development?
It's still in development.
technically.
It's still in development, and it's been over 14 years.
Damn.
It's still in the vertical slice section, as he called it. So it's not even
God.
alpha or beta. It's the pitch phase.
Oh, God.
Like, when I was studying game design and taking, like, a intro to game design course, me and one of my classmates, talked a little bit, just kind of dogging on, Yandere Simulator, and, Yandere Dev in particular, and, the professor was like, I've never heard of this or the person you're talking about, but it sounds like he should be in either prison or in a psych ward.
Yeah.
And yes, he should.
Yeah, I remember, like, when that game was, like, first brought up, and I'm just like, I didn't have any interest in it, and I'm just like, okay. It just seems so broken, that's just the thing.
It is broken. Okay, and, like, his attempts at trying to fix the balancing is, like, just making the characters he doesn't want you to be able to cheese just invincible.
Yeah.
Like, the part of the reason that he's been stuck on the first rival character for over a decade is because everyone keeps finding ways to kill her instantly instead of playing it the way he wants you to do it. So he keeps adding more and more convoluted methods of making it so you can't just walk up to her and kill her and get away with it. To the point where it's like, dude, you yourself said this is supposed to be the tutorial character. Why are you so invested in making her impossible to easily take out? You've lost the plot of your own game.
Because he's obsessed with her massive tits and doesn't want her to die. That's literally my assumption on that one.
She's not even the busty one. It's her bodyguard who's the busty one.
Yeah, or something. I don't even remember half of that.
Also, like, I like me some puns, right? And I can appreciate some
both.
I can appreciate some punny names, but like even his punny names are not funny, even on a so bad it's good level. They're just groan-inducing because they're so lazy.
Also, all the bug, what is it, the mods or whatever, the bugs or whatever, like, you can make them giant or you can make them do whatever. It's just weird.
Yeah, those are Easter eggs that he included, which he would then, like, take out of later builds. And the only reason he would insert them was so there was more, like, you know, clip fodder for people let's playing the game, to try and find all the secrets that were not going to be in the final game anyway.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I totally believe that.
No, that is true, because, like, he's absolutely the kind of person that's not making a game to try and make a good game. I say he's making a game as if it's ever gonna be finished. It's not. Duke Nukem Forever spent less time in development hell than Yandere Simulator has. He's making a game to try and get popular on the internet, not to actually make a good product.
Yeah.
Also, Camo Kaplamo, your Yandere love story sounds funny, and also makes me think of, like, there's kind of something on a much smaller scale of that in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, in one of the side missions, where like, there's a side mission involving, like, you go to this guy who's like, hey, my phone's acting weird, like, people keep saying they're trying to call or text me, but I'm not getting calls or texts no matter what. And then you go inside the phone, as you do in Cyber Sleuth, and you find that there is a Lilymon in there who is smitten with the owner of the phone. And she's like,
oh god,
she's blocking all the calls and texts from other girls because she wants him for herself. And then, like, you know, you solve the problem, and you report back to him as his phone's working again, and you tell him, like, there was a Digimon in there that that had a crush on you, and was trying to keep other girls from winning you, from potentially stealing you from her. He's like, oh, that's weird because I'm gay.
Wow. So either way, she loses.
Yeah.
Damn. I was gonna say that Lilymon sounds adorable, but at the same time, I feel bad for her on that one because she just wasted her time.
She's barking up the wrong tree.
Basically.
Yeah, very much so.
Her plan was doomed from the start.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sonic's feet look so bad, like, with that sliding.
Well, part of it's that, like, the frame rate slows down a lot in this game. It slows down a lot when you rail grind. You probably notice, like, right now, the frame rate's going to shit. Because this game's very, very unoptimized. Every 3D Sonic game on the 360 and PS3 is very unoptimized, but in different ways. Sonic 06 targets 60 frames per second, but frequently slows down. Have a good night, JKR.
Have a good night, JKR.
Sonic 06 targets 60 FPS, but slows down a lot of times when there's too much action on screen, which is almost all the time, so it goes into slow motion. Sonic Unleashed on 360 and PS3 is different, in that it gets real choppy when there's too much going on. Which makes it harder to play because it's skipping frames instead of running in slow motion. That's part of why the Unleashed PC recompilation is such an impressive project, because aside from either emulating it, which is still very much and playing it on an Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X, you can play it at the PC recompilation is one of the only ways that you can play Sonic Unleashed for PS3 and 360, specifically the 360 version, but you can use assets from the PS3 version at 60 FPS. Smooth 60 FPS, I should say. Whereas on the hardware it was originally made for, on 360 it targets 30 and barely ever hits it. And on PS3 it runs at an uncapped 30, which means it mainly runs at 30, often runs under it, tries to go higher, and that makes the frame rate a nightmare to try and keep track of, because there's no like hard limit on how high it wants to go. Which I would assume that's part of the reason why the decompilation was focused on 360 version rather than the PS3. Because with an uncapped frame rate like that, you have to put in some sort of frame rate limiter. Otherwise, like, Sonic games of this era had their, like, physics and stuff tied to the frame rate. So if it was uncapped and had no limit to it, like no VSync or, like, a hard frame rate limiter, then, like, the physics would go out of control and the game would be unplayable.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna call it here. I know we're right near the end of Sonic's story, but I feel like we're all getting tired. I've had a long day. I've been up since, like...
Yeah.
I got up once last night, and then I was woken up at, like, 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I had a long drive today.
Yeah, and I have to get up early tomorrow for my procedure.
In SA2, if you increase the FPS above 60, the game literally speeds up. And fuck Monday, back-to-back. Those are some perfect back-to-back messages.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are a lot of games, Japanese games from the 90s especially, where if they are running at a refresh rate or frame rate higher, or even at processor speed higher than what they were natively programmed to work on, then the games themselves will speed up to unplayable messes. Like, part of the reason that, like, in my Mega Man X retrospectives, I've steered away from the obscure PC versions of Mega Man X4 and X5, even though they do have probably have some interesting things to talk about, but it's mainly down to, if you run them on anything faster than a PC of that era, the games will run unplayably fast.
I also like the fact that in SA2, Big the Cat is in jail.
Yeah, that I have written so many scripts and ditched them to start over again for a Sonic Adventure 2 retrospective, comparing all the different versions and figuring out which one's the best way to play it. You know, spoiler alert, it's PC version with mods. But also, like, there's one consistent joke that is in every version of that script.
Oh no.
It is that where's Big the Cat during all this action? He's in prison for tax fraud.
Every map is somewhere.
Yeah. But it's specifically in Prison Lane, Tails' first level. He is in one of the prison cells.
That's what's funny.
So my idea of, like, what did Big the Cat get to do to be put in a high security military prison? Tax evasion.
Somebody was playing through the entirety of Sonic Adventure 2, and somebody in Shadow's voice said this when Tails saw Big the Cat as he fell. He's like, "The Angel of Death!" And then it shows up a slow motion of Tails falling as Big the Cat just it zooms in on Big the Cat. And I'm like, oh no.
All right, I will be right back. Entertain Camo Kaplamo before I end the stream.
What do we do to entertain? I don't know how to entertain.
I don't know how to entertain either.
What do we do? Nico, come up with an idea. Something. Tell a funny joke. You know any jokes, Nico?
I got a funny rhyme.
Okay, then tell your funny rhyme then.
There once was a man from Kentucky who went and told his wife to go fuck it. I forgot the rest of the rhyme. It has been ages since last I said this one. It has been ages. All I know is it didn't end well for the husband. That's all I gotta say.
It's highly entertaining.
It is not entertaining in the slightest. I know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm back, and I've got two jokes for you. I got two jokes that I can share with chat. A man is visiting an old Irish village.
Oh no.
And he's touring the village, and he decides to go to the pub. Get himself, indulge in some of the local cuisine, right?
Yeah.
Get some authentic Irish whiskey. He sees this old, haggard-looking man sitting in a corner all by himself.
Okay.
He decides to go over and join the old man at the haggard-looking man over at his table, and asks him, like, "Hey, sir, you look a little glum. What's wrong? Want to talk about it?" Man looks up at him, holding a mug of beer by his side, taking frequent sips from it. He says, I caught all the biggest fish in this here village. But they don't call me Seamus the Fisherman. You see the old church in town square? I renovated that with me own two hands. But they don't call me Seamus the Architect, Seamus the Builder. He takes another sip of his drink, as I am going to now. But you screw one goat! That's it.
Oh man.
Why? I was gonna say, we have to talk. Do we have to have a talk after that long pause of like, are you trying to tell us something?
And then I got a shorter joke. Yeah, that was a slow burn joke. I've got an even longer one, but I'm not in the mood to tell it right now. I'll save it for another time. Can't use all my material at once. If you get into a fender bender, what kind of doctor should you take your car to?
Where?
A dentist.
Oh my lord.
I got a worse joke for you. One that's cringe. And you probably know the answer to this one.
Do it.
Where did Miyamoto go to college?
I don't know.
Wii U.
I like that one.
That is a good one.
You two are the only two that actually like that one, because I got that one from Chugga Conroy when he was playing Majora's Mask. Oh no. Ah!
See, you had a joke, Nico. You just had to think about it for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just gotta believe in yourself.
I got another joke for you.
Yep.
Bowser.
Yeah. On a similar note, speaking of bad jokes, Phil Spencer.
Yep.
Speaking of bad jokes that went on for too long, Phil Spencer.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh man.
All right. Let's switch back over to the chatting screen and see who we're going to raid tonight.
But
And because we played the boss fight, the raid message has to be, "It's no use," all caps.
Also, Miles, do you want me to pay for?
Nah.
Okay, I am just making sure.
The Gardevoirs are cheap as can be. I'm not gonna charge you for it.
Okay. I appreciate.
No problem.
We are going to raid Emo the Vamp, who is doing a donathon, day 69, nice, and doing art.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to my co-host for co-hosting with me tonight. Go give Emo the Vamp my warmest of welcomes. Remember, the raid message is "It's no use," all caps. See you guys Wednesday with Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Portable Ops. And until then, pleasant dreams.
Remember to go visit the Tilted Towers.
Oh my lord.
Good night, everybody.